In the heart of the Philippines, where the sun always shines, there's a tale of resilience in the midst of hard times. George and Heidi with courage in their stride, facing down the critics with nothing to hide. Oh, George and Heidi, shining bright. In the face of adversity, they take flight. With every negative comment, they rise above, spreading love and laughter through the power of love. On the streets of Manila, they share their story bold. Through the lens of their camera, their adventures unfold. But amidst the laughter, there's criticism too. Yet George and Heidi, they always stay true. Oh, George and Heidi, shining bright. In the face of adversity, they take flight. With every negative comment, they rise above, spreading love and laughter through the power of love. They share their story bold. Through the lens of their camera, their adventures unfold. But amidst the laughter, there's criticism too. Yet George and Heidi, they always stay true. Oh, George and Heidi, shining bright.
Mic test, mic test. Good morning all, how are you guys doing today?
Good morning.
Magandang umaga, masating abak mo yung buntag, as they always say. Or mabuhay.
Ma bacon, bacon, moo boo, hi bacon, moo boo boo.
Just so you guys
Boo.
know, mabuhay means live long, but anyway. Like live long and prosper. Mabuhay.
Gotcha. Good morning. We are back. We only missed one live stream, but technically did one the day before. So we are back, refreshed. I wish George would go on a vacation more often.
What?
Hey, Sarah. Sarah says, welcome home, you birthday kids.
Aw, hi Sarah, how you doing?
Most definitely. Thank you. The cats are super well.
I'm wearing a hat because Heidi shaved my head while I was asleep.
Should have got your eyebrows.
Right, one of my eyebrows. Shit.
Coffee hasn't kicked in for George yet. So
oh yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Too far away. So far away.
I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna give like a mute sign. I'm gonna go like this, and that way we can have our little talks, arguments, and side hustle conversation. Yeah, do it again. No, go ahead. Go ahead. See, I muted George. Isn't that nice? So there's some peace and quiet. Oh, you're not gonna keep on. So, all right, guys. So let's tell you what's up. There were several stories. We were actually going to wait and come back on Saturday. I talked to my partner in crime here and my ex-lover and all that this morning, and we were discussing different stories to do and not to do. We do have some other things that we will probably cover, like by Monday. There were some other things that came out, including an expat that has just been in trouble over and over and over again. And contrary to belief, the very first thing you do wrong here, you're not going to go to jail or be taken away or reported, deported, and all that, because this guy had gotten in trouble. Gosh, he's been arrested twice.
Didn't
I say guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's an expat that has just been in a lot of trouble. So we were going to cover that until we had seen that Donna Armstrong, that's married to American Expat blogger Richard Armstrong ended up on the Raffy Tulfo show. Okay,
Yeah,
and this came in the feed because we are subscribers to both channels.
keep in mind, remember, most of the time when we cover vloggers, they put it out there. It's really, or they're on the news.
Correct. Our coverage here is strictly that. Okay, we don't mind a little side drama and everything, which actually comes along with the territory, and it's fun, guys. And it's this story itself just kind of adds to some of the stuff that we've heard out there. And Donna has put out a video herself in regards to this. That's how we found out last night. I will say, I do not have, I can double check to see. I just thought about Richard.
Yeah, now
We've invited Donna to
right.
come on this morning. She's the one that tracked to Manila and took a long trip there to be on the Raffy Tulfo show to deal with things. Richard and his girlfriend, current girlfriend, is joined by video in Cebu, by video conference in Cebu. I'll check to see if he has an availability, but as of right now, we had invited her. Again, it's a discussion about what's going on.
Right.
So a lot of things will be revealed today.
Yeah. Now, as far as Donna's concerned, again, we already invited her. I did, put it in Tagalog, and
we sent a message in Messenger.
Right. Now, the trek from Manila to Cebu, meaning the Raffy Tulfo show, to where she lives, it's about, like, probably, depending on what route she takes, it could take from, about 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, depending on the route. So technically, I don't think she stayed overnight. But however, she was on the Raffy Tulfo recently, so she might be kind of, you know how it is. You go on a long trip and you take it easy, and you don't want to do anything. You just want to veg out. So again, like I said, we didn't invite her over, and honestly, we welcome her with open arms, and Richard too, if they decide to come in. But in all probability, I'm just gonna let you guys know. I mean,
we invited him.
We invited both of them.
Yeah. I put one in there, the short clip of. No, I'm just saying. I got you on that. It's a clip of the actual.
Well, when you upload them, like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you upload them now, they'll pop up. So basically, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Right. Once it started, it doesn't have the option of putting one on the bottom. Good morning, interesting people here. Now in National Limelight. Lou,
I'm trying to see about
Chosen One says, Lou World Beer Time. Bruce Davis in the house. Hello, Heidi and George, everyone. Good morning, good evening in the U.S. Max Ryder. Hello, Heidi and George. There you go. Bruce is saying, I'm having coffee, and his wife is cooking pancakes and eggs. Rob and Mary, good morning. Second Wind. Oh, hey, Second Wind. That's right. Second Wind says, miss you all. I have been busy. Enigma, good day. Salat, good day to all. Nagay Vapes, good morning, good evening, everyone. Hey, John Ryder. How you doing, John Ryder? John Ryder in the house. Good morning, Heidi and George and all. Sarah Tyson says, geez, I saw that cat.
Never seen that cat before.
What cat? Yeah, that's our stuffed Mango the cat. There he is. Stuffed one. Sad says, I've never met in person, married online. Who thought that would be a train wreck? Well, I believe that's sarcasm.
Well, here's the thing. Something that we were going to cover anyways, up and coming, was going to be the relationships here in the Philippines, because here lately, um, there's been a lot of activity of expats and Filipinas, and a lot of them are now that the country's reopened, pandemic is over, now officially people have been back here for a year and a half. Some of them that did marry online, some of them that came over and got married right away because they had been in a pandemic, they're now spending long term with their spouses, whether it's the expat that's a problem or the Filipina or Filipino that's the actual problem. Relationships are relationships everywhere. And with, as I'm to understand, Donna and Richard got married during the pandemic. I've seen their wedding online. They interacted with a agency that does that, helps with the paperwork, files stuff, and does everything. And then he moved over here, and then they got in the construction business, and it all just kind of went from there. And things happen, and it looks like a lot happened. We received a ton of comments in regards to their split up. The channel then disappeared. There's kind of a slight history. Do you want to bring up the first clip?
Yeah, sure.
Let's bring up the first
Yeah.
clip. We're going
Is
to
it
bring
loud?
up, yeah. Okay. So there is, okay. So the first one that you see here is Donna's new channel. Guys, check it out, MOMIMHAY. Okay. This was only started a couple months ago. So literally you can see she's done 21 videos and she's almost at 22,000 subscribers. I do notice quite a bit of it is Filipino, which is really, no problems. I'm just saying a lot of her
It's catered
content.
towards the Filipino people.
Right. She speaks in Tagalog and then it's translated and everything. And then of course, Richard, the Armstrong channel was turned off for a little bit where it was out of the public eye. Everybody's seen it. We covered several of these because we started with the initial divorce. Then he put a video out. She put a video out. That's why we followed it. He then turned it to the Albino Filipino. That's the one where we said it was a little off.
That's a little way off.
I guess a lot of people said like becoming Filipino initially when Kulas started, that it was
Well,
kind of, but there was still
but
a,
at least Kulas can speak several different Filipino languages.
and he also became Filipino. That was his goal. Is Richard going to turn like?
I highly doubt he can
Is
even
he gonna be-
speak one language of the Philippine dialects. I mean, no offense, Richard, just saying.
Oh, okay, well, okay. I welcome that. Today I'm going to keep it positive. I'm going to be positive today.
Well, there's nothing wrong with not learning the language, but you can't claim to be that. You can't call yourself African if you can't speak an African dialect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's white.
Yeah, but he's not Filipino.
But he's white.
Okay,
He's part of that name. Oh, anyway, so let's
then-
get off that before we end up in a full blown out,
Well, I'm just saying, as a Filipino, that's kind of odd, really. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on, there's his channel. And then of course, let's see what's going on the rest of it here. So new life. Okay, and there's where she's actually going to Raffy Tulfo. I just wanted to show that she did post a video. She also posted on her Facebook. Good morning, Donna. And so she's raising her daughter. And she just got another place. She showed the videos on that, and she's been coming along. Now, I do want to say on a side note, a lot of people were wondering who was putting in all the work, and I believe she stated in Tagalog in her own videos that she put a lot of work into the videos, and then you said and a bunch of other people
Okay,
said it's
now,
quite evident where the editing skills came
I'm
from.
not downing anybody by any means. However, it's obvious. Okay, what I'm saying by obvious,
She's got skills.
she is technically the video editor, videographer, everything. As far as YouTube is concerned, she controls everything, including filming, including drone piloting.
Yeah, she's been using a
Now,
drone again.
part of the reason why I say this is one, you can tell somebody who has skill without even. But when Richard went into Raffy Tulfo, you can tell that there's an issue with sound and everything. And anybody who deals with YouTubering or anything like that would know how to fix that issue
Ooh,
before
John
going
Ryder
live.
said there's no way she did it. Well, we disagree
No,
because
John,
girls
here's the
got
thing.
skills.
Okay, John.
You would need to go
I'm
watch
not going
her.
against you, but I'm just going with the evidence in place. The evidence in place is Richard's videos are static, which means the camera doesn't move. There's no special editing or anything like that. No transitions, no
We might still
none of
have
that. No drone footages, nothing.
1 second, guys. I would
Okay. All right.
Okay, I
next.
was just
Okay.
asking, did he want to
Next.
put the videos up of his?
The transitions used in most of the videos is actually TikTok transitions. And what I'm getting at is most guys don't do TikTok. Only, usually girls are on TikTok. No offense to guys or girls. Again, it's mostly girls. I mean, let's it is what it is. Now, most of the transitions or anything like that are TikTok based, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, coupled with that, again, the drone footages still exist to this day on MOMIMHAY's videos. So what I'm saying is the videos on MOMIMHAY's site are still consistent as far as editing, videography, and drone footage. They're still there. Whereas in Richard's channel, they're all static, which means it's a camera on a tripod or whatever he puts it on. Again, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, you that alone, even if I didn't, if has nothing to do whether it's Richard or not. Point being is those editing and everything still exists in her channel, not Richard's channel. Nothing against Richard. Again, there's nothing wrong with just a camera and putting on a tripod. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. What's that?
Oh, I'm just making sure she has the link if she wants to join, because we'll just set it up for her to join when, because we're going to run through the Raffy tool. He said my wife is from Vegan City. So I believe this is the last part, but pause it in case. No, there's still more.
It's paused.
Okay. She puts, I may look okay, but behind the door is the real mental and emotional struggles that I am going through. It's draining to the point and paralyzing, and it is causing me so much mental breakdown and resources because I couldn't function because of what was in my head. I keep thinking, why people? And why somebody can be cruel, no remorse, disrespectful, and no good value in their life. Even you have given them everything and every chance just to be, at least be civil. That's scary when you let your ego be bigger than your head. It blinds you and it will lead you to nowhere but no good situation. I just pray to God that he helps me be stronger enough to fight and stand for myself. Thank you so much for everybody's support. And she has had a lot of support. She's put out a lot more things. I do want to say, when she was telling the story, you said you kind of got like a vibe that he was seeing somebody and that he had moved on.
And
We
again,
said that a couple
not judging or anything, but yeah, no, definitely.
Okay. And so, in this being covered, we've covered the divorce here in the Philippines, how this works. If you guys want to check out our other videos later, I'll put the videos in the link, including hers, and you guys could see the name of her channel, but I'll put our previous, I think it's 2 live streams and videos. I think we did a recap. So I'll put those all in there to be seen later. Because this was put together this morning. Like I said, we were going to wait till Saturday, and we thought they'd already been divorced. It was a little surprising, but all this stuff will come. I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag right now. So let's play the rest of this and let's get into
this is the last clip. That's
get into the Raffy. Well, I'll just hit play. I shortened them all. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's Richard's.
Why are you here?
Right. So this is his Facebook, and then there's a girlfriend. Why are you here?
Oh, Kabit. Kabit is a mistress.
Okay. So the weird thing is, and I could be wrong. Maybe if Donna comes on, do you think that was addressed towards Donna because of the claims? Why are
Probably.
you
Yeah,
here?
it's kind of odd. Very,
They
very
both
odd.
have it, and there's some claims. Like I said, I told George it's like Pat Benatar's "Love is a Battlefield," and I was telling my bestie this morning about that. That things usually go south in
Yeah.
relationships when
Now,
it
in
comes
all
to
fairness,
divorces.
guys, before we go further, none of this is doxing anybody or anything like that. They put
It,
themselves on the biggest national show in Philippines.
we don't dox people.
Raffy Tulfo. We don't
We
dig. We
don't
don't
look
not like
middle
that.
names.
No.
We don't post full people's
These are already on the
court
Tulfo show.
documents. We don't go through all of these things and play black market troll crap. This
And we
is
don't make up stuff.
right?
We don't make
So
up stuff.
we just want to make it clear with everybody. When we moved forward a few months ago, we were always covering things that were relevant to being expats and Filipinos and living in the Philippines. This was put out by them, and we're covering it because the divorce bill is on the table, and a lot of these things are pertaining. Plus, we have covered Rafi Tulfo. So let's go ahead and we'll get into responding to people's comments later. Talk amongst yourself in regards to. So we're just going to play the
Yeah,
Rafi
now
too.
be aware. I'm gonna be pausing a lot because obviously the Raffy Tulfo show is a Filipino show, which
Yeah.
means they barely speak. No, they can speak English, but they won't speak English.
Yeah.
It is a show for Filipinos. All right.
But I want it like Telemundo and everything. I want all the.
Wow, I haven't heard that in a while.
I want the. I'll translate on the side.
Oh, mira el pepino de cumbre de león.
I have some toast and some vodka, and I want to put some dog poop on it. And what?
That's Larry the Cucumber from VeggieTales, just so you guys know.
I was
Anyway, all right. So let's start.
Okay, ito po, attorney si Ma'am Donna May Armstrong at nilareklamo niya yung kanyang mister na isang American na si Mr. Richard Armstrong at yung bago daw pong girlfriend na si Ruby Abarial dahil nga po sa pagpapakalat ng mga hubad.
Okay.
They're announcing their names.
Yeah. Well, says today we have MOMIMHAY, Donna Armstrong, who's placing a complaint against Richard Armstrong because his girlfriend, Ruby Armstrong, released some naked photos of her. That's what she said. I'm just saying what she says.
Niyang larawan sa social media.
On social media.
Trying to find a safe word for the other word. So we'll be calling them bear photos.
And an A word and a D.
Inappropriate photos?
Yeah, the bear photos. All right. Yes, exactly.
And by the
dang, exactly. Yeah.
By the way, we will say once again to reiterate that we have a YouTube manager unpaid that's been assigned by Google.
Don't pay their.
Correct. And we've shown our moderators this.
By YouTube.
Correct. And we've had a YouTube manager that watches our live streams. Okay. And we've proven that to MYK. We've shown our moderators, even Ruby that comes in our room. So are some of our biggest players that are in the room, and some of the members have seen this. We don't pay them. We also follow Google guidelines. Again, if others want to be dark and cuss up storms and talk smack, that's up on them.
Well, actually, that's probably why we have a YouTube manager. We do follow the rules. And
so we are just making it clear why, it's, why we're actually doing what we're doing.
Right.
So,
And so you guys know, be aware that actually the proper word is YouTube manager.
And why we've gotten rid of recently an undesirable person that's been in our live stream. So for good reasons. It's because of the stuff that person kept saying on our channel,
Right. So,
on our live
like I
streams. You
said,
can't have them on.
technically we have YouTube managers, plural. The reason being is, apparently
That
they
needs a
rotate
bumpkin.
the managers, so you don't get to keep the same manager for years. We've had YouTube managers for 2 years now or something,
2 years.
but they rotate them out. I guess that way you don't get to attach and they don't get attached to you, that kind of deal.
I think it's every 6 months.
Yeah, they rotate them. So anyway,
So,
we-
yeah.
we-
So I just
we've
want to
gone
say
through a lot of
why
them,
we
yes.
adjust things and why we're
Yeah.
taking the time to tell you guys this.
Okay, no? So, based dyan pala sa sinabi mo, Shari, this is a case of anti-photo and video voyeurism.
Opo.
So is that, well, I mean, obviously he says based on what you said, this is a case against anti-voyeurism, you know,
Which also,
photo and video voyeurism.
which in the Philippines in advance, I only know about this. I thought I will wait and have George translate. I know what it is because I've been on her page and she explained she was going to the show. I know what it's about. So this is my full viewing of it. I want to let you know that if he did that, that becomes another problem. Then it would be, it's just not cyber libel. It becomes a cyber crime in the
No,
Philippines.
this is cyber
Two different
crime
things.
at this point. Yeah, that guy's an attorney.
Possibly an
And
NBI
no, Black
issue.
Grandpa, it's a real person. In fact, we
No, it's real.
the very close people to us, our biggest members, our biggest contributors, and everything.
We
They actually even have pictures of these managers. So I mean, they're real. I mean,
emails 13
the
a.m.
inner circle, they
We-
have pictures of what we actually do, and they're more aware of what we actually put out there.
Yeah, like my 13A
Yeah.
backgrounds and things that are pertinent to rumors and other stuff. So, yeah,
Well,
which we don't have a problem with. We are what we actually say we are.
Yeah.
If there's anything to say, but yes, no, they're real people. We
no,
have
they're real
videos.
people.
And we have discussed this in the past. We've even had her on at one point that was talking to us during, she says, I'm calling from Google.
Yes,
I'm a YouTube
it was
manager.
during our live. She called.
No, this
and-
is not a paid. There are different
Yeah.
levels of managers. We're not that rich. We're not that special. We're not different. We've been assigned a manager based on certain
we
things.
have
It
been
doesn't
picked to have a
mean
manager, yes.
it doesn't mean, and the only
Rare
other people that
occasion,
have
yes.
it, the only people that get it is if they randomly pick people, or if you have, and even some at 1 million or a couple 100,000 don't even get actual YouTube managers. So this is not a side thing where we're paying somebody to promote our channel. As of right now, we have not paid for any advertisement on Facebook or YouTube
Or any social media.
but it's possible in the future. It's we're not saying there's any problem with that. Just up to now, it's all been organically grown. This is from George working on the channels, me doing some things on the side, hashtags. We manually speak to people and everything. So, and work with our manager. So everything is manual.
Yeah.
So.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Oh no,
It's
not at all.
a valid question, but honestly, the problem, again, there's nothing wrong with talking to a machine, but as a manager, I bet you if they ever do that, nobody's going to use them, because I mean, I wouldn't want to talk to a machine.
Well, no. And it makes sense to ask. If you guys have questions, and we must say this, if you guys have questions about what is being said, how things are said, we'll answer them. I mean, I must say that because we're well aware now of multiple channels saying things, and just understand, and this is going to trip you guys out, not that we ever had a problem with Mark Thornton, but there's a whole different level of respect for Mark Thornton and Regular Guy and Tim K and others that have had multi-channels try to tear them down. So
No,
we'll answer.
no, it's not like that.
Because right
And-
now,
And again,
yeah,
well, okay, since we're kind of a little off, we'll jump back in.
yeah, with
But-
YouTube, because that was
but-
mentioned too,
all
is
right.
that we're spending money there
Well, for
and not paying bills.
example, the gentleman with the brown hat again. For example, that guy. He's a nice guy. We've met the guy. He's a nice guy. I still think he's a nice guy. I think he just a little astray, and somehow he's picking on us, dude. I mean, you're better than that. I know you. You're better than that.
I say you address him. It's Andy. It's Andy.
Yeah, but
it's
he's better than
Aloe.
that.
It's
And-
CJ. Well, the fact that his channel has outright
He-
done that lately.
What he doesn't.
He's better than that. So all I
Correct.
gotta
He's
say
better than
is
that.
all the
He's a
rumors
good
just
guy.
ask. This is one of the rumors
just-
is that
It's
we're
just odd,
paying
man.
somebody,
I mean,
but
I don't
we're
know
broke.
what we did to you, but just saying, man.
Well,
You're,
we
you're
have
a
an
good
idea
guy,
why he's mad.
but you know.
So, but anyways, onward, soldier. So I just announced that to
onward,
everybody,
Christian soldier.
and
All right.
that's it. And yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I just want to let you
Okay.
guys know when he asked that, we want you, on a side note, we want you to ask those questions. We've never strayed away from answering them, but making up additional stuff. That's why we, you know, what it is the people that really want to know have messaged us, and we told them, you know, we tell them what needs to be said. But, you know, it's sad. They're sad. The others are sad. Something's up, and that's on them. But I tell you what, get with me on Messenger like you used to, Andy, and we'll go sit down and have lunch. We mentioned that during our live stream.
And again, not being weird
Don't
or
know.
anything. Here's the reality of things. When you go into a relationship now, especially with people who have single women with kids, when they date somebody, you really think they don't dox them? They do.
Spooky bees.
And honestly, just saying. I mean,
To go into full doxing for no reason. Because
well, what I'm saying is, I've been doxed by whoever I date, and they don't have a problem with it because there's really no problem. I have no clue what you guys are talking about. But anyway, I do, but it's not what you think. I mean, really? Anyway, so
But get with us. The same with you, CJ.
bottom line, all I have is tickets. Seriously. I mean, what the frick is wrong with, Anyway.
Just get with us. That's all I can
Yeah,
say.
man. I mean,
You know, it's
we
not.
don't have a problem with you. I don't know what your problem is. Just saying. Anyway, so again, you're a good guy. You're better than that. All right. So,
He is a nice guy.
yes.
Di bali po,
Ay, pakilakasan lang ha.
sige po.
Donna.
Di bali po, naghiwalay na po kami. Okay, na hiniwan ko siya kasi cheater siya. So, napag
So says we're already separated because he's a cheater.
All right. So I just want to let you guys know. She says he's a cheater. What's really going on? Okay.
Well, it's really not
I
hidden.
want.
It's really not hidden in this video. Even Armstrong doesn't deny
No.
it.
Well,
no.
here's the thing. We still, like I said, we still have those videos where he spoke and everything, and you could see where she was hinting at
Now,
that.
to be
but-
fair, we just started the video. We're not siding on anybody's side, but be aware you're just hearing her side. So I'm just letting you know.
yeah, he'll talk here in a little bit what
So,
he
right.
feels
And what he says. And then
Correct.
you guys make the judgment of what really happened. So
correct. And the only two people invited to this stream will be both of them. So if they would like to come on.
good na ako.
Hiwalay lang in fact, no? Hindi
Yes,
wala
po.
namang legal proceedings na naghiwalay talaga.
Yes po. Kasal
Okay.
po ko sa
says, okay. So are you guys really separated? Yes. Are there any legal proceedings? Well, here's the weird part. I think she said yes, but not really meaning to say. I think she meant to say yes on the first part. Are you guys really separated? Yes. But he says, are there legal proceedings? Now that we'll get into that one.
US na-register dito sa Philippines. Ngayon po kasal pa rin kami dito sa Philippines. On process po yung aming divorce.
Okay. So you heard the on process. Our divorce is on process, which she says. She says
Correct.
we were married in the US. I believe that's the online part. When they got married, it's in the US side.
Correct.
And
They were
then
married online.
They registered it through the embassy. So now
Correct.
legally in the Philippines, they are married in the Philippines.
Remember that. And during the pandemic, a lot of people got married online. You're going to hear most of them, depending on which office you go to here, they'll tell you, like the local one here in Mabalacat, which is near Angel City, we're by the airport, they'll actually make that statement that no, we will not accept an online marriage certificate
Not
or any of that.
anymore. Yeah.
But somehow, some say they can get it pushed through in their area, and then others can. According to all of this, yes, they were able to, through this agency and attorneys, they registered it with the embassy, and it is legal here in the Philippines. Last we heard is that Armstrong in his video stated that any time, any day, their divorce was supposed to go through.
That
and
was a long time
couple
ago.
months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, like she says, we were married in the U.S., registered in the Philippines. However, the divorce is not done yet. It's still on process, which means they are still married. Keyword: they are still married. They are still, and this plays a in in the eyes of the Philippines. Well, even in the U.S. For example, I really didn't really date until I was had my divorce papers. I didn't, I did go out, but that's it. But I didn't really date, if that makes any sense. I went out, but I didn't like see anybody. I just went out, had fun, go to a bar, go disco, go back home. But I didn't actually go date anybody until I got the divorce papers.
Okay, so I want to let you know that I've attempted. Watch this. So I've attempted.
Okay.
I might have sent the thing to Richard 3 times, but I have pushed it through, inviting
Oh
him to
well,
say
yeah.
it sends it and goes click.
That means
So I
he's not
did.
taking messages. Yeah. Okay.
Well, he might be. So it did show that it went
Right.
through. So we'll see.
So yeah, and this plays a key role. Remember, in the eyes of the Philippine law. Remember, in the U.S. same too.
Wala po kong pakialam na meron na po siyang girlfriend and may nanliligaw na rin naman na po sa amin. Wala na po kaming problema.
Okay, she says, I don't have a problem that he has a girlfriend. That's what she says. And there now the key word she used here is she didn't say I have a boyfriend. That's not what she said. She says I have somebody or some people that are courting me right now. That's what she said.
Okay.
Okay.
But then again, 7 months ago na po kami naghiwalay po. Completely, iniwan ko na po siya.
So they've been separated 7 months ago. That's way before that video. I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
I'm
already
getting
know
ready to
that.
find out a
Yeah.
timeline a little bit more.
And yung ano po, na pagka may bagong girlfriend yung ex ko, lagi kong binawarningan siya na, huy, nagkakalat yung ano mo. Again, foreigner ka dito, hindi pa tayo kasal, nagko-concern pa rin ako sa kanya.
Okay, she says when I found out he had a girlfriend, I reminded him, hey,
2 months ago we covered
yeah,
that.
just so you know, you're still married. I wouldn't put any of that out on social media. That's basically what she's saying. We're still married. Don't put anything on social media. Because remember, in the eyes of the law, you are committing a crime, aka adultery. Okay? And she's saying, hey, we're still married. Don't post that stuff.
So, lagi po yun ang inaano ko. But the last time, lumala po. Hindi ko alam kung bakit yung ex ko, dumating kami na nagsisend siya ng picture na nakarating sa akin na hubad yung picture ko.
Kanino po niya sinesend yung inyong mga photos?
Di bali po, ang nangyayari po, yung
Okay, so the problem I have is he started sending my naked photos, and then he goes, who is he sending these naked photos to?
mga ano po na yan, yung mga, may mga concerned citizens, vlogger po kasi kami, maliit na vlogger kami.
Okay.
So, may random person from the first and hanggang previous, may nagme-message sa akin kung sino yung mga karelasyon niya. Hindi nila alam, it's okay for me na.
Okay, so basically, now she didn't really answer the question directly. Right now she's saying, since I'm a vlogger, people know me. People were sending me pictures of him with her, with the other girl, that he's with another girl. Basically, that's what she's saying right now. She's not even answering the question at this point.
Bumanap na siyang iba.
Alright.
But then again, actually, kasi nagko-concern ako, meron po daw siyang hold departure.
Hold departure order?
From ano po, from ano. So,
Now, this is interesting. The reason why I say interesting is this is when she states that he has a whole departure order, which means he cannot leave the country up until the case is done. Now, the reason why I say this is interesting is because this is the only moment this is actually spoken of. It was not spoken when the NBI was there. It was not spoken when Armstrong was there.
In advance, there's a hold on him.
Yeah, there's a hold on him. He can't leave the country up until this case is done.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to try to insinuate why.
Right.
Which is the same, kind of like that Bum Mayor. Right now, Miss G, we'll call her G, Miss Goya, or whatever her name is. I can't tell you. I'll just call her Miss Glasses.
Well, she's not Filipino. That claimed to be
so
Filipino.
right. So
It's
with
proven
this
she's
election
not, so.
interference and the other things and the birth certificate issue and all the missed documents, she may not leave the country, of course, until things are settled. But that's most countries. So,
Well, yeah, I mean,
so there's something unsettled. So, yeah,
May may text po ako dito
Okay,
lahat
ibig
po.
sabihin kasi kung may whole departure order yan, Shari, ibig sabihin may kaso na siya.
Yun po ang sabi niya, kahit
and the attorney says, well, if he has a whole departure order, that means there's a case against him.
po sa mga friend niya, sinasabi niya.
So hindi naman kayo aware na may kaso siya,
Sinabi
basta may nakapagsabi lang po na may HDO.
Opo,
Itong
sabi niya
inyong
po.
asawa.
Di,
Okay?
ang ano daw po, ako daw po na sinasaktan ako. So sabi niya, pwede bang humingi ng ganito po ako nakikipag-operate sa kanya.
Okay, not my words. Not my words. This is what she says. And like I said, this is what makes the HDO part kind of blurry. That's why it would be nice to have either of them here to clarify this part. Now, the HDO order. And anyway, so now the HDO, okay, is according to her, not my words, her words, is because he was hurting her. That's her words. Nasasaktan niya daw ako. He was hurting me. That's her words. But the way she says it, it sounds like she's not the one who placed it on him. That's the weird. That's why I said the HDO order was really weird for me from the first time I heard it, because one, they only mentioned it once. Two, it's very unclear what it's for.
Hey, AJ.
Anong kailangan niya? Sa kanya ko ititreat ng maayos. Sabi niya, kailangan daw po ng signature. Sabi ko, no problem. Isisend. Meron po akong mga text ito. Wala pong problema. So
she says, Richard says, I want to take care of this civilly. You know, I want to be civilized about this. Says, no problem. I have text here to prove it. That's what she says. And I'll sign the papers, whatever.
I want to let you know that, like I said, I'm watching her video, and I went and checked to see if he had anything updated. Because, like I said, we're on both channels. And we have for years, by the way. We are fans of both channels, both work. We like them as a family dynamic. And seeing her most recent video, she said in order to get on the Raffy show, it was not put up in advance. She took that chance and went over there with all of her documents and told her story. So I want to let you know that I find that to be brave, it was very brave of her. She got to see her family again. She said she had not seen them in a while and she spent time. So like really it was like a bittersweet moment for her to stand up for herself, especially. And I must say this because I've seen this time and time and time and time again, is that Filipinos that are married, and this is mostly what this country is made based on expat married to Filipinas. There's a lot of toxicity, abuse, and a lot of the, I'm not saying all, just saying the ones that do. And you're going to hear this. You're going to hear them blame her. And then you're going to hear where she is taking on a lot of things. And I know that our personal customs and ways and nastiness, and I'm just being honest, carries over. Would you agree that we have a way of life, and that kind of actually carries over? A lot of them have things such as they're drinking, they're smoking, they're running around. And when the guys get here, they get some sort of like power in their heads about being able to, when they're done with the one, they're disposable.
Well,
they move on
yeah,
to the next
it's called,
one. And I must say that.
It's a very bad mentality. I'm not saying a lot of expats do this.
They
I'm
leave them
saying,
for younger ones.
yeah, if it's
Or
very
another
common
one.
here, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because it's not really acceptable behavior in any country. Is
And I'm not
once,
saying, I'm saying this is like a general conversation.
right,
I'm saying
once
it
your Philippine wife gives you a problem, which means basically she's waking up and then she's starting to stand up on her own, like fight you as far as her rights, they tend to leave them and go for another younger version. That's unfortunate. This happens everywhere in the world, US, Australia, everywhere. You know that. Okay, and for those of you who are latecomers, again, just so you guys know, again, we're talking about Donna and Richard Armstrong, and they're
YouTubers.
on Raffy Tulfo show, and the main reason being is because Richard allegedly spread Donna's bare pictures online.
And yeah, Charlie, it's Yeah, so she went there, but I think the story goes much further. This, as of 2 months ago when we covered it, we cover all of these topics for a reason. Just like Mark Thornton, if something contributes and we get more, we put it back on. That's what we actually cover. And in this case, this has come back around when we were watching Donna. And again, Richard doesn't have anything on his channel. He hasn't done nothing in a few months. And our previous videos will show where they have been talking about their divorce. Well, publicly, she has taken it to Raffy Tulfo to settle this based on some unfit photos. I don't know if it was videos. It's just saying photos right now.
Well, so far, all of us said was photos.
Okay. But if you watch Donna's channel and you watch from where this all started, I told George as a woman, I could see there's something was very shooken. She seemed
Well,
shook.
I can tell
and
from their
she's-
behavior it was a cheating issue.
Right. And that's what George had told me on the side. There was definitely something going on. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, John Ryder says, for those, again, this kind of like a recap for those of you who missed the intro and missed what we're talking about. John Ryder says, can't get a divorce in the Philippines, have filed here. Now, that's the hiccup. They're still married. Donna and Richard are still married.
Actually, you can. So I do want to say they got married online. You can register it here in the Philippines. That's not the problem. You still can. If it was married with the embassy, it just means the foreigner is allowed to file it back in the US because it was online and they can still do it. Anybody can get the divorce as a foreigner back in their country. But when it's finalized, she will get those papers and then she has to file them again with the court. So they will release that expat marriage. It's the Filipinas that are married to other Filipinos
Right.
that are actually the ones that cannot get a solid divorce. The foreigner-based marriages here, unless I'm missing something, are divorce that you can get. Every guy that we know that was married here or married overseas, back in the US or another country, go to Paris or something else, yes, you can still file back in the US. It's just another process to get it through the courts here.
Well,
But based on being married here, it'd be harder.
well, let's
There's
say
reasons.
there's no problem.
Like legal separation and all that.
For example, when I got married in the US and got divorced in the US, for instance, here's a real example. Before I got divorce papers, a very civil divorce, no problem. Both, it's mutual divorce, whatever. You keep this, you keep that, whatever. I keep this, that kind of deal. And then let's just sign, get it over with. Let's pay $300 because $300 is what you pay if it's a clean divorce. Now, that means there's no fight, no courts. You just file it, done. Even with a divorce like that, I think it took 6 months before I actually got the paper.
Yeah, it takes a few months.
So what I'm saying is, if that's a clean divorce. So you can't do that to the Philippines until you have that piece of paper. So what I'm saying is, we don't know when Donna filed for divorce, but for the paper to hit Richard, it would take 6 months. You know what I'm saying? For him to even get the paper. And then he can file into the embassy, yada, 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 where our marriage is dissolved, yada, yada, yada. All I'm saying is, that he can't do anything to the Philippines until he gets that paper. Without that paper, I think that's where the hiccup is. So technically, they are still married.
May whole departure ka, tapos post kayo ng post, nakasal ka pa, post ng post ka. So, tinext ko siya sa Viber. Sabi ko, kasi may gumawa ng dummy account na picture niya at saka yung nakalagay doon, Ruby Armstrong.
Okay, so there's a hold order on him. Again, that's unclear. Why? According to Donna, in her words, it's because he hurt her. Her words, not mine. She says, hey, you have a hold order on you, and yet you created this site with your picture, and Ruby is his kabit, aka mistress. Sorry, Richard, if you're listening, that's still what she is. You're still married. If you're married and you're with a girl, that's still a mistress. So he's with his kabit. and he has his picture and his kabit's name, and then that's where the pictures were, I believe, allegedly.
So sabi ko, pumunta siya sa page ko. Tapos nagla-like siya doon, tapos nagko-comment siya. So, syempre,
Ma'am, sino po tong si Ruby?
Ruby Armstrong, yun po yung current girlfriend niya ngayon.
Yung bagong kinakasama na niya.
Apo.
Hold on, I'm confused. They're referring to her as Ruby Armstrong right now, over and over again.
Yes, they call her Ruby Armstrong, which obviously they're not married. That's not her last name. Yes, correct.
Okay, so I was just massively confused.
Although, remember, they still addressed her as with her real name and showed her real name, not Ruby Armstrong. They didn't
What
do
does that word mean at the bottom? Nagra Kalamo.
Complainant.
Oh, okay, that's me.
Okay.
So,
Armstrong na po yung nakalagay yun sa
is that
page
where the
na
word nag comes from?
Probably.
bagong gawa.
Okay, pero for sure hindi pa naman sila kasal kasi meron pa kayong existing marriage.
Opo, hindi ko po alam kung sino yung gumawa nun. So, my concern, sabi ko, hello, bakit? Gusto niya bang madamay dito? Sabi
Okay, now she says, madamay. Madamay means involved. Now, she has a point here, and this is a very big point because, again, they're married. This plays an important role in any legal proceedings. She says, if this is her side, why is she doing this? Does she want to be involved? Because technically, it's really not her business. You know, for instance, if I were, or let's say me and Heidi are having a divorce, and I have a girlfriend, that girlfriend has no right to attack Heidi, call Heidi any names or anything like that, because technically she's not involved in our divorce. Period. Even if she is the source of the divorce, she's still not involved technically in our divorce.
That's true. That's true. But as a emotional woman, I definitely can see where both sides are coming from. Because you all know out there right now, when it comes to any ex-girlfriends or any ex-wives or any of that, or boyfriends, it can turn pretty toxic. So
No,
believe me, I
understand
could
that.
see the light to everything. But George is always as being the level-headed one.
Right. Now, remember, this is Donna's side, okay? I'm just telling you what she says, her words. I'm just translating for you.
ko, minessage ko siya. Sabi niya, probably, ang reply niya, probably, just I don't give a fuck.
Oo. At dyan sa mga photos na sinend niya, klaro talaga na yung mister mo yung nag-send.
Private conversation po yan between sa ex ko dati at saka na
Now, this is the part where even she's confused. Says, where did the photos come from? My ex, her, I'm not sure if he's American, but he's an expat.
Yeah, he's from remind me, guys, Norway, Finland, or one of those countries.
Yeah,
yes, she said where
I'm
he
not
was
sure
from.
which part of that, Sweden.
It's a lot to remember.
Yeah,
this
I'm not sure if he's Swede or Nordic, but anyway. So
the father of her daughter.
right. The weird part in this situation is the photos are not originally for Richard. These were for her ex that she sent a long time ago when they were together.
Correct, because not the Fed actually did make a comment, which got held. It's just held through YouTube or through some of our words. It says if he did post those photos, he is a ding dong. Ding dong, ding dong. If she let him take them, then she is, it says she's an idiot. But it's weird to understand. He said it was from an ex. We're assuming
she sent those to her ex when her and her ex were together. You know how it is. Oh, I'm over here. I miss you. Hey, how about some pictures? So anyway, this is the weird part is the ex from Europe sent these pictures via messenger to Richard 5 years ago. Not recently, 5 years ago.
Oh, at the beginning of their relationship, he sent them?
Yes.
Not recent.
That's the really, really weird part, too. I wish one of them is here today to explain, because, again, there's a lot of weird stuff
they don't have
going
to.
on. No, they don't have to, but like I said, there's a few gray areas, which is, again,
nag-aaway sila. Bakit po 5 years
Sarah,
ago, ngayon
good
lang po
morning.
yan, ngayon lang po yan. Wala po akong kopya niyan kasi conversation niya sa messenger po yan.
Okay. And
She says, now she says this more than once. She says, just so you know, I don't have any copies of these photos. These are between, which it's, I mean, I'm not sure it's possible. I'm saying she could have, that phone that she used to take the pictures with, and she didn't bother backing up photos or anything. They didn't save them to cloud. The phone died or something. I have no clue. But she claims that she has no photos of these pictures. But obviously, she had them at one point in time. But you know.
Hey, I want to let you know a lot of us are guilty of those photos.
Mhm.
Okay, whether your spouse takes them, you take them, I take them. You have a video out there.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. All right.
of course, no, this is without your
Why don't you
consent.
add that
Opo.
to the list?
Ma'am Ruby?
Yes po, hello po.
Hi there. Good.
Okay, just so you guys know, they address Ruby at first only because Richard has a hearing issue. He's hard of hearing, just so you guys know. And we never knew this until this. In fact, again, this is like probably the fourth take that they
I'm
tried
just
to
going to
talk
ask,
him.
no offense to anyone else, is she younger than Donna?
She
I'm
looks
just asking
younger.
question. Yeah, just asking.
Afternoon, Miss Ruby. I'd like you to relay na lang our questions to Mr. Richard. First, I'd like to hear his comments on the earlier narration of his wife, Miss Donna May Armstrong.
Opo, sige po.
Okay. And what is the reason why he broadcasted,
Looking at
he
her
sent
hard.
private photos of his wife to other persons without her consent?
Answer that.
What do you say?
Why did you broadcast of
Her ex sent me those private photos. I forwarded it to the fake profile to set a trap for her, since she created those fake profiles, knowing that she would fall into the trap and then go post those publicly. She's the one that posted those publicly on her fake profiles. It was her ex who sent me those private photos. I did not obtain those private photos from her. It was her ex who obtained them from her.
All right. So you're telling us it was not you who
It
reproduced.
wasn't me. No, her ex is the one who sent me those private photos.
All right. Miss Donna May.
I didn't know. Those are not my private photos. Those were the ones that she sent her ex. Her ex forwarded it to me, and I sent to the fake account,
Yeah.
setting a trap for her because I knew she was gonna post that on public.
All right. All right. I'd like to ask Miss Donna May's response to that claim,
Again po, from the first girlfriend he had to the previous one, people send me messages. I can prove that to you. And the fact that I don't care who are they are talking or whatever I said, I don't care. But the fact that this is too much. Why he would just claim that it was me, and then he would just put those photos. Send those photos to the person that he doesn't even know. That's my naked photo. Again,
Yeah, and I find it hard to believe that a woman would broadcast her naked photographs to the public. Okay?
Oh, well, you don't know Donna May. Donna May, her MO is making multiple fake profiles to change the narrative. She wants to change the script to play victim. She wants to turn this to play victim. So I'm not going to put it past her. We've got proof that she made those fake profiles. We've even went and filed a report with the PNP Cybercrimes Division and NBI. We have proof that she made those fake profiles.
inamin na po niya.
Okay.
We have proof. We have proof, Donna.
All right. So, sir, you mentioned you have a proof from the NBI. Is that right?
We have proof. So Donna posted on the Ruby Armstrong page a screenshot about how she's going to visit with the attorney. 2 hours later, she takes that same photo,
Siya po yan.
changes the wording, and posts it on her own
Nanduduwit
story.
silang dalawa.
Then she
Ginamak nila ako
realizes her
using that.
mistake, and then she removes that photo. The exact same photo appeared on the Ruby Armstrong timeline and on Donna Mae Garfin Armstrong's timeline. The exact same photo. She slipped up. We caught it. We screenshot it.
All right.
And-
So you're telling us you are being set up.
We are.
Okay,
Like a
well,
pup.
now some of you says again,
Time for a public announcement. We see that about half of you guys aren't subscribed, so please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow this channel.
it helps it out.
yes, helps us out, and make comments and tell us what you guys think about this. And a big shout out again to our members, our Patreon people, friends, moderators. We do appreciate you guys. Subscribe and comment. Let us know. So, all right,
Yeah.
onwards.
Now, some of you, again, remember, some of you will go on Donna's side, some of you will go on Richard's side. Chosen One says, ain't no fury like a woman scorned. I've heard enough. I'm siding with Richard. And again, for example, Thor says, I'm playing victim with him. Chosen One says, that sounds believable. Now, John Ryder says, I kind of agree with this. Put his naked photos online. We all need a good laugh, though. I'm joking. I just thought it was a funny comment.
Tell you what, I'll send you mine. Why not?
There you go. Now, Thora has
There
also a
it
good
is.
point. This is
Means
like
y'all love me.
this is like Jerry Springer, exactly. I wouldn't embarrass myself going to Raffy Tulfo for nothing.
Well, and we've kind of said this on multiple levels. We've been in the YouTube game now for a couple years, and just because things come out about us or embarrassing things and all that, we'll stay on YouTube. We're not going to run and hide. As a matter of fact, we've been known to put our own stuff out there, and you guys have seen us fight on air. We get it. But if we were going through a messy divorce, I would not have announced it. And this is nothing against Donna. I think it's more empowering for her as a Filipina that was probably silent during her marriage. That now she's coming forward, because it's hard saying what else is out there on the relationship. And I know some things just go bam. But being it's in the public light, I mean, I can see why. Now, as of right now, I'm aware that Richard has pulled all the videos that he possibly did on his own side. I'll take a double look again, but I think he has removed anything that he posted previous. But I get it. But we kind of said the same thing, that now that she's come forward with it, yeah, we're going to cover this also.
Well,
Just
again,
because,
they
there are,
did put it out there.
this again is if allegedly from one side or another, or what is being said today, it would fall under the cyber crime, not just libel. Libel is like the slander thing back and forth. Yes, it could be up to a couple years in jail, or it could just be fines, but it takes years and lots of, going through, to take care of these cases. But this could turn out to be a different crime, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. That would involve the Philippines in the end, just not two attorneys and two people. And, like when you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play. some
Yeah,
of this
just real
through
quick again,
before-
Richard is a smooth talker. He's like a used car salesman. And Thad says gold digging in reality works both ways.
Yeah, there's a lot has been said on both the channels that actually exist, and comments that have come through based on this, sticky divorce, and now this is just added to the. But I definitely understand.
Yeah.
I definitely understand what's going on.
And Ted says he's on Raffy's side.
So there you are, Ted. Right?
Hey, Ted.
Being set up. That's why we went to the NBI and PNP.
Oh, by the way, that's not us. This was live. So
Yes,
they were having
released this.
internet issues too. And this is a big giant studio.
So when she arrived, she took a chance that he would even talk to her, and she kept saying, I have all the proof, all the documents, all the information to prove my case. And that's how she ended up on the actual show. But she got in live, unlike other, some of the other expats that have shown up there, or Filipinos. They were actually like a pre-recorded, they record and then release. So this was a live. So
yeah, this was live. Yeah. So that spinny thing that you'll see in a
It's
few
not us.
minutes, it's not us. This is actual live. Yeah. What was live.
Cybercrime Division to report her.
Okay, good. No, now that you've mentioned the NBI
Yep,
see,
there it is,
big-
guys. See,
big-
and the
you get big
PNP,
ones.
because insofar as the cyber aspect of these screenshots,
That's in Manila.
they are the competent authority
So in Manila, if it's
to
doing
give us
that,
a definite conclusion on this, no? Whether you were hacked, whether you were set up, it's up to them. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we went there, because we are not going to be set up. We are not going to be accused of this.
Okay. So, ma'am, no?
can
Kasi,
please-
tinatanggi
Cheap electric.
niya talaga.
Can I answer
and
that?
good
Yeah.
internet. George for president.
There you go.
That's George's promise.
First, the one that I posted
Philippines.
under my real account that you're saying is my fake
Philippines
account. No,
and
it's
beyond.
my account. I put that one on my account that I'm going to sue you guys. It's my account. What are you saying that it's my fake account, whatever? It's my account.
Ma'am,
But that picture was posted on the Ruby Armstrong timeline before you posted it
We
on
know.
your
Put the
timeline. We've
link
got timestamps to
up
show
after
that you
the
posted it
show,
on
yes.
Ruby Armstrong.
I
Then
can't
you
do it
changed the
during
wording
right
on it and
now.
posted it on your timeline.
No.
We submitted that into
Full
evidence
video.
for the MBI and PMP with
I-
timestamps.
All my
Yeah,
post
I
is
know.
public. They can take it.
okay. Ma'am, but,
Okay. It was screenshot, so
I'm surprised she didn't put the link in there.
it shows that you created those fake
Exactly.
profiles, Donna.
Okay.
That one
Sir Richard,
screenshot
sorry
shows
to-
that you made those profiles. And here's the ironic part, sir.
All right.
Here's the ironic part. The moment that I messaged this Ruby Armstrong on a fake profile that we were at MBI, I blocked that profile, and within seconds, Donna May messages me ironically on Viber to complain to me. At the moment I blocked her on Messenger, she messages me on Viber. How ironic was that?
Hindi po. Marami po ako dito na umiiyak po ako dun sa nag-post.
Donna is known for
What'd
creating
she
a lot
say?
of fake profiles.
Hold up.
Says no. She
Notice
says
she
I
said
was
in Philippine.
crying in the post. That's what she said. Her words, not mine.
That she was what?
Crying in her post.
What post?
I'm just translating. I wouldn't know. I'm just
So
translating.
she was trying to tell. I mean, she obviously didn't say it in English because it was almost like she was hiding it. So you're right. He probably doesn't speak Tagalog at all.
No, he doesn't.
Or she just would have said it in English. So crying in the post. So let me get this right. So he's actually saying that she did it. She's saying he did it, and he's saying with all those posts and the blocking and all that, at that exact moment when he blocked that account, she came through, is what he's saying, and sent a message on the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I try to get a feel for people when they're sitting there trying to make, like stuff up. Like when me and George, or I've argued with somebody in the past, you kind of know, like when you're just like, if I say I didn't set the glass on the table and the plate or something, and I know I did, and I'll sit there and say, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That just, when somebody's not telling the truth or not. But this is massively confusing because it seems like something really went south in the relationship. Like this is like one of those love-hate relationships. Honestly, I think they should just get back together.
No,
What?
no.
You don't think this
I'm all in
is-
for trying to save the relationship. No, at this point, it's unsalvageable. No.
Wow.
Now,
Because sometimes when there's this much going on, they just really love each other. Just like my big fans out there, they're really just in
no,
love.
there's still feelings, but no,
No,
it's
there's
unsalvageable.
right.
Now,
Can't stop thinking about the high.
John Ryder
price.
says again, like he says that he doesn't think that neither Donna nor Richard do the editing on their videos and everything. I think it's Donna, but here's one of the reasons why it's definitely not Richard. If you pay attention in this moment right here, this whole moment, even his girlfriend keeps his face towards the camera and towards the screen. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Any real YouTuber, editor, videographer knows this. Richard can't keep his face in front of the screen. He looks away. Again, that's part of the evidence that he's not. Bottom line, he was never the guy doing the videos. Now, whether Donna has help, aka hired help to do the videos. Now, some of you said, actually, John says that they're worse now. Now, worse for you, maybe. And the reason why I say this is I kind of agree with you because Filipinos have a certain way to do their videos, and I don't like it. I'm not saying I'm against it. I don't like the style.
Yeah, there is.
They put up a lot of
laugh tracks.
Yeah, they do
and
laugh tracks, they do
stickers.
pop-ups, that kind of deal. Her channel now is full Filipino, which means she does the things now that weren't there before. Laugh tracks, overlays, pictures, videos in the middle, that kind of stuff, memes. It's the Filipino way. So anyway, but I'm just saying again, this whole video, most of the time, Richard couldn't even look forward because again, he's not trained that way, I guess.
Okay, and I want to say on the side, Nikita, which is fairly a new account, and I just mentioned that for reasons. Sometimes, not saying that this is Richard, Donna, or possibly a family member, but somebody on the side with a fairly new account said the fact that Mr. Armstrong reported the said private photo post to NBI Cybercrime Division right away makes Mr. Richard's son, okay, that he's telling the truth. As for Donna, her going on the show instead of the MBI was very strange. So they're saying instead of her filing something
Well,
like he claims he did, they're saying she ran to the show.
well, either way, I mean, the truth will be revealed soon enough.
Well, I want to let you guys know that I'm sure based on going to the show, they also do legal stuff with them. So that could be an all-in-one. So I don't know yet.
Chosen One says, Richard must be stopped at all costs. He's taking all the women. We need to eat too.
Right? Hey,
My man, Chosen One.
Richard, save us some.
JK, just kidding.
With my first Filipino girlfriend, she created a profile by the name of Roseanne to maliciously stalk her and
All right.
harass her. She has Alexi Sue.
Oh, wait
Okay,
a
sir,
minute,
sir.
hold up. He said with his first Filipina girlfriend, she created an account to stalk his
Yeah.
first girlfriend. He had a Filipina girlfriend after her in the last 7 months.
No, they were probably. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I want to
Yeah,
let
you're
you
right,
know it was
maybe, yeah.
2 months ago that they both
Maybe.
made this announcement. 2 months ago, she said they hadn't even been in the same bed. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they made the announcement that he was sleeping somewhere else on the property and that she had not been with him for X amount of months. So, geez, that's got to be like 9-10 months ago. So, has he had multiple girlfriends since Donna?
It's possible, yeah. It's
Okay.
possible. Yeah, Ted says, Chosen One, he has nothing on your harem. And John Ryder says, now this is true. This is a very factual statement. One Filipina is more than one man can handle. No, trust me. For starters, Filipinas are extremely jealous creatures. Now, how that one vlogger does it, I don't know. What I'm saying is, no, Filipino women, you really
There's
can't.
several that date multiple women.
Yeah, then there's
Hmm.
something wrong.
I think women in general,
Yeah, women
that's
in
what I keep
general, yeah,
saying, are
yeah.
just jealous, spiteful, and there's very few. And if the one is not all the above and mature, I've seen the most mature, educated, classy people fall apart, and they can get really spiteful in the end. I think all those boundaries are gone when it comes to love and revenge. What's that? Something of the Rose.
War of the Rose.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can be all the above, classy, and in love, and still it's like, "Choom." Very rarely do you just see where it's like,
War of the Roses.
yeah, where it's just there it is that they just afterwards say,
Didn't they like in the end end up together anyway and then croak at the same time?
I thought they fell off the balcony. It's been a long time since but either way,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Sir Richard, ha? Sorry to
Hindi
interrupt.
question po.
But Miss Donna, ito ba hindi gawa-gawa mo?
Opo, lahat po dito.
Okay, kasi kami, we are...
Okay, he says. So remember, I'm just translating here. Most of the time, she doesn't really answer the questions. He says, so according to him, these are all things you made up, and then says, yes, but that's what I mean. She answers differently.
We will report this. Okay,
Apo.
we will ask the NBI to investigate.
Apo.
Matatrack talaga to, ha?
Apo.
Okay, kami na...
Okay, so yeah, basically, apo means yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Naniniwala naman kami, no? Na walang babae ang ipapahiya yung sarili niya.
Apo.
Okay, ipapublish yung kanya mga naked photographs.
Apo.
Okay?
Says, now this is his opinion. Okay, now I'm just saying his words. He says, we believe you. Oddly enough, he says, we believe you. I guess that's how he's trained.
Remember, she brought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
His word against hers is not the only thing that arrived. When I watched Donna's video, okay, which was what, when we got, the
Yeah.
time yesterday. She actually repeated that I have a lot of documents, everything, because they won't see me unless. She's up against, when you arrive in Manila to see Raffy Tulfo, there's a line. There are people looking for money, food, medical, to get on a show, legal advice. So there could be hundreds outside that studio, would be my guess. So where she actually went to. So she really had to have a good case to get on there. Like documents. She said that. She said she brought everything to show her side.
So he said, the attorney says, we believe you because no woman would humiliate themselves by exposing their bare bodies online. That's his word.
So,
I think the proper approach there is for the NBI to do an authentication.
Okay, just a sec.
All right. So 1 second. He's going out. There's a delivery. Always a delivery. The Filipino mistress is so proud and shameless. I'm curious, just as an expat, I don't know how many times I've seen online and in videos or talk to somebody that when this happens, they literally go and arrest somebody like that when it comes to, you know, when it comes to like spouses and that. But it would have to be her or the other person that actually calls and has somebody arrested. But because we've seen it over and over again that it's a big deal. You're supposed to wait till everything's over, but not that that's the way it happens. Let's see. I don't know who's that for. She's not Cherry. I'm not sure. Did you put up the cybercrime thing? I mean, I said it out loud. I'm just going back through the 5 fake profiles. No one wanted to play Farmville with me, right?
What?
Very simple, deport and blacklist. Here's the thing. I just want to say on the side that's what I was saying earlier. If every time a troll or somebody or one of these other channels or just the average whoever stated that I would be deported, I'd have been gone a year or two ago. Unfortunately, when it's said or the reports are dropped or whatever hearsay goes around, it doesn't happen that simple. Our next live stream will be about an expat that's been arrested several times. There's domestic abuse. He beat up a truck driver. He did a bunch of things. Andy's working here. Andy's behind on his immigration. They've released him several times, and they officially just got him again for, I forgot what else happened recently, but it doesn't happen. People aren't deported as easy as it says. If they're deporting, it's got to be for a good reason. Like we haven't heard from World Zoom again. The last we heard, he was married. There was something else that maybe he owes taxes or something. We still don't have the remaining story about World Zoom, but it has to be for something really, really heavy duty. And this other guy did all kinds of stuff, and he's now just being deported after like a couple-year process. And he's been in trouble several times, and it still was not enough to stop him doing everything that he's done up to now. They, and there has to be good reasons. So I don't know. It depends on everything that's being put together. If what kind of case is going on, that's stuff we actually don't have, and they would have to have their reasons. And it could be from a hangnail, and that they got nasty. Like people have arrived in Manila and got nasty with the immediate immigration officer, and they bounced their butts right on out immediately.
Well, I was gonna say it really depends.
It
They
does.
can get rid of you
Very
very
simply.
simply if they wanted to.
Yeah.
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 No, I know. JJ, is that JJ? Now, this is somewhat true. It says the Filipino mistress is so proud and shameless. She has the trophy effect right now. She's basically showing off Richard as her trophy, like, look, he's with me, that kind of deal. Again, and this will come into play later, and you'll see it.
Whether this was made by the victim complainant or by our person of interest. Itong husband ba ito o fiancé?
Says, is this the husband or fiance?
Actually, this is a husband po, Panyero, no? Mag-asawa talaga sila.
Husband.
Oo. Sige,
Yes,
kasi
sir. So we will have to do out this.
Hold up. I just want to say this. No offense, and I agree with what I seen earlier. Is he using a filter on the Facebook? I thought he looked awful filtered, and she looks filtered too. I was just saying earlier how pale, or they weren't using a filter on her phone.
I don't know.
Okay, I must just say that they do look extraordinarily makeup up or clear skin, like nothing's really going on. So, okay, side
That's
note,
possible.
I kind of,
It could be a
yeah, it
filter,
could
yeah.
be a face filter, but okay.
I mean, I highly doubt he'll wear makeup.
Right. So it's probably a face filter over makeup.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with men wearing makeup. It's a thing.
No, nothing wrong. Yeah,
But
that's for
Richard
sure.
is not the type. Just saying.
We all do it. Yeah. So yeah, it's possible they have a filter on their thing. Yeah.
Authentication, sir. Mukhang conflicting. There are conflicting statements. They are, blaming each other on the post. We will have to check, and
Yeah.
I will also call Attorney Lutok, our chief ng Cybercrime Division, on this one.
At the NBI will verify and it will confirm kung sino talaga yung nagpakalat nitong mga sensitibong litrato na ito.
The fact po na sinin niya sa stranger na hindi niya malang alam kung sino talaga, ayun po ang kinakagalit ko. Bakit po siya, hindi niya 5 years kaming kasal tapos gaganyanin na lang po niya ako.
Okay, all she says is, my real issue are the bare pictures. We've been married for 5 years, and then all of a sudden he does this.
Now, question, and this may stem her to come on or him to come on. Do you think that? Well, I'll just leave it alone. I had a thought in my head about, other things might be happening, and so okay. Go on. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's kind of. Okay.
Inamin niya po dito na sinin niya po talaga.
Ayan.
Nakita
So,
niyo po.
Okay, according to her, it seems like she has a text that she says he admitted he did it. I have it right here. You've seen it. That's what she said.
Yeah, like I said, remember, she claims she took a lot of her proof there because I get Richard saying that, and he said he went to the NBI. That's him talking. When she's fully going to to Raffy Tulfo, I don't think it's a, hey, look at me. She could have just done that on her channel. It's really growing fast. Her going on the Raffy Tulfo, to me, was because she had all the proof in the world and to stand, because remember, these are attorneys, and everything when they get into it usually has to be real solid proof. Remember that. This is just not me standing on the side of possibly a hurt woman. She's brought something to prove this, that it was done. I know he's saying that, but remember, it's her at this point that's accusing him of cheating, and evidently there he is with the actual girlfriend. And when this all first came out and she had already moved out and said he was living in a separate room, there were several people, and I'm just going to say alleged. This is up to him to show up on the show to say what I've read. And we said that there's allegedly he was throwing parties with other girls. All this other stuff was going on. And there was other people that claimed to have been family or otherwise outside the chicken coop looking in, that he's had several women over there. And so there's been a lot, and we kind of felt that she was saying that he had been cheating for a while. So that's, who knows? Kind of out there. So I have to say allegedly. So it's and these are just comments. So again, but yeah, I don't know what proof he has at this point to go through this. It's
Lahat po, no? Atin nakikinig pa naman si Attorney Ferdinand. Attorney Ferdinand, we will refer po sa inyong tanggapan at sa Cybercrime Division po ng ating NBI.
And you don't want to end up on the Raffy Tulfo. This is not Jerry Springer by any means. Now, is he well respected in the community? Yes. Is this show weirdly on YouTube? Plus, he's got a legal tie to the country.
Got a radio
yes,
show.
it's really.
He's a senator.
Yeah. So this gets this is not the Jerry Springer show. It is a little on the side. Our show might be a little Jerry Springer. I ain't gonna lie about that. But the fact they ended up here means, hi, sweetie. Check it out. Here's Tweety. We call her nickname as Tweety. Hi, Tweety Bird. There's the
Our
half-blind
half-blind
kitten
cat,
that
yeah.
George rescued on the street. What was it for Father's Day? Hi, Tweety Bear.
Well, if I
And
didn't take her off the street, she's gonna die. So,
is that what was going to happen?
yeah. A lot of people stop me and says,
Oh,
"You're
maybe you guys
the
can hear her
rescue guy,
purring.
right? Can you save this cat? Can you save this dog?" Yeah.
We think she is special.
Aw.
Sorry, she is special. So no, so you don't want to end up on the Raffy Tulfo. So something tells me something really went south. It doesn't say that she wins or he wins. I think, like they said, there's a he said, she said, and Raffy says. Or Raffy's going to find out. But in the end, there it is. Oh, I hear you.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys heard her purring.
Dalhin
Wow.
po ni Miss Donna May at sina Miss Richard Armstrong naman can also give their respective pieces of evidence.
Yeah, all he said was, again, you heard Donna May and Richard saying that they have proof.
That's correct, sir. The both parties will be given ample opportunity to explain their side, especially that this is going to be very technical.
Apo.
Yes, yes, sir.
And also, I would like to, additional for that, si Richard, nirarahas niya rin po ako sa mga tools na mga pinapabayaan niya, mga site na inumpisahan niya. Ngayon po, dahil under my name, hindi po siya nakikipag-cooperate na he's not cooperating with me with the tools that belong to us.
What tools are you talking about?
Construction tools po. Iniipit niya po ko.
Sige.
Okay, so
Real quick on the side note sorry. Hibiscus Tea said this couple started off on Good Morning America, maybe GMA. Is it actually called? But she said America. I didn't know they were on Good Morning America. I think they were on GMA
well, they
at some
probably
point.
were.
I would have to
They
check
probably were.
on both. Okay, I'll have
I mean,
to
they
check that.
probably
That's
were,
okay.
yeah.
So that's news to me.
Well, what I'm saying is
I
if
haven't
they made it on GMA, it's possible that Good Morning America picked it up.
Okay, I'll double check.
I mean,
So interesting.
GMA is major here.
That
So
they married for all the wrong reasons, and they that's the way they ended up. No surprise. Somebody actually said that when he was back in the U.S., there were a bunch of issues going on, and they're saying he had burned 100% all of his bridges when he left the U.S. and had no turning back. But again, that was a bunch of, alleged stuff. But when we say unsubstantiated, I guess that means, at this moment, we haven't found any of that. So,
okay, so what they're talking about right now is she's saying that there's issues with when she said tools. I believe this is regarding construction equipment, not necessarily tools. Remember, her English isn't full English. It's somewhat, it's up there, but it's not full English. But I believe she's referring to equipment, and because tools are,
not right now.
doesn't usually involve machinery. I think because Richard rented out machinery too. And she says that he needs to return the machinery. Well, actually, she said he needs to return the machinery and finish the job. Well, obviously, he means finish the job, then return the machinery, because there's projects that aren't finished. That's what she says.
Yeah, that would be important.
Medyo labas yan sa issue ngayon. I think
Yeah.
yan pa yung mga tools nung kayo pa ay
Opo,
nagsasama.
gusto ko po sanang tulungan niyo po ako kasi hindi niya po pinapakaluan. Kailangan ko po tapusin yung mga inumpisahan po niya ngayon.
Sige.
She says, I need your help because he's not finishing the projects that he started. He needs to finish them and return the tools.
Sige. No, pero for now kasi ang gusto nating tutukan muna ay yung mga allegations na may nagpapakalat na mga sensitibong letrato. Kaya ayan.
Says, okay, but we need to take care of the sensitive issues of the bare pictures that are being spread out on social media.
Attorney Ferdinand, ganun po ilalapit po namin sa inyong tanggapan para ma-identify natin at makasuhan natin kung sinong dapat kasuhan dito.
Opo.
Tama po yan, sir, no? Yung sa tools, that will be taken separately.
Yes.
Yung cybercrime is within the primary mandate jurisdiction of the NBI. So we will have to address this first.
Okay. Sige po. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Ferdinand Lavin, ang Regional
Most
Director
welcome,
po, NBI Region 1. Investigation.
We did submit all the evidence to the NBI in Cebu City.
All right. But of course, you should be aware by now, that this act is illegal in under Philippine law. Okay? We are not accusing you right now of doing the reproduction and the broadcasting, but if that is verified by the National Bureau of Investigation, we are afraid that Ms. Donna May will file the necessary charges against you.
And then we'll be filing charges against her because these are fake profiles that she created, and we submitted the proof that she created these fake profiles and has done nothing but harass us over the last 6 months. Daily, she has harassed us. She has sent Ruby multiple harassing text messages, messenger messages, over and over. And then when it came down to it, when her boyfriend, girlfriend got involved in this, is when the fake profiles were created, because they must have been having a disagreement, and then all of a sudden these fake profiles get created trying to destroy my relationship because her relationship wasn't going that good. And so it was too ironic that when I blocked her on Messenger, she messages me on Viber. The screenshots that I took of the same photo being posted on her page and on Ruby Armstrong's page will implicate her in fraud and impersonation.
Okay, sir. I'll let Donna respond to that.
Just so you guys know, it'll get way better.
Oh boy. Oh snap.
It gets better.
Here it goes.
Tanong mo, grabe po yung sinungaling yan ng he is so lying because
I do want to say on a side note, I've only seen what Donna has released her video. She has not released the Raffy Tulfo. This literally is in the last
21 hours.
What date was this
Well,
on?
it's
So within the last
28
48
hours
hours
now. Yeah.
that we've known.
Yeah.
But I have not. So Donna, and watching Donna's video, this will be the first. Again, this is a reaction from me for real.
And now Donna's accusing Richard right here. She says in Filipino he's a liar. Then she says it again in English.
he keeps saying that I am harassing him. Like the one that she the kabit says in the ano.
She called her kabit again.
She, the mistress. She emphasized that she, the mistress.
Is 2 times only. Why you're saying that? Okay. See? He is saying that I'm harassing them, but throughout actually, I was concerned to you. Ang point nung sinungaling siya, sasabihin niya sa'yo, hinaharas ko kayo, tapos 2 times lang ako nag-message sa'yo. Sabi ko, magtago kayo kasi ibabash ka, pati family mo. Ayun.
Okay, she says, I only contacted you twice. And I contacted you because, be careful. Her words, not mine. Her words are, he's gonna bash you and your family.
Oh boy.
Nang message ko siya, apakasinungaling kasama mo.
By the way, the cat's
Says
watching the screen.
your partner is a
What?
liar.
Are you watching too?
Okay, so kung ano man yung ano sa kanya, wag mong iano sa akin kasi
kabit
wala
ka,
na akong
ate.
kinalaman dyan. Ang
Kabit
akin
ka,
lang is
damay
yung
ka, kabit
fake
ka.
profile na nagpo-post ng kung ano-ano sa social media kahit hindi naman ako. Tapos,
Says you're the one posting these fake posts on social media. It wasn't me. And then she says, you're just a mistress.
Maybe we should invite her.
You're just a mistress.
Unless you guys are just waiting to come on
we
after the
probably
fact.
should. Yeah, we probably should.
Well,
dinadamay pa pati pamilya ko. Yun yung ano ko.
Says, and then you're involving my family. That's what she says.
Oo nga, no, biktima ka. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, magsitago kayo, wag kayong proud.
Eto ha.
did she say maxi pads?
No, she says Mugsy, not Maxi. Mugsy.
Mugsy.
She says, you guys should stay low. Magsitago. Magsitago means go hide. That's not what she meant. She says, you guys need to lay low because you're the kabit. You shouldn't be proud.
That's what I said when you went away.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be proud.
Right now.
You're the mistress. This is not something to be proud of. That's what she's saying. That's what one of you guys
I
said
mean,
earlier.
we know people.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is freshly a separated couple. So, I mean,
Yeah,
what-
and yes,
is
John
there
Ryder
any
says
indication of how long they've been
mistress.
together?
Mistress is a bad word. Yeah, when they say kabit ka, you're a mistress. That you're really shunned. Yes, and she's
boy.
proud of being a mistress. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sige. I understand, syempre, si legal wife at itong si Miss Ruby ngayon, hindi naman natin in-expect na they will be in good terms.
No. She says the legal wife. We understand that the legal wife and the mistress are not in good terms. That's what he said.
Pero I just like
But I would like to clarify. This is from the attorney.
To caution lang si Ma'am Ruby na syempre Ma'am Ruby, ito kasama mo na rin ngayon si
Just a word of caution. You're already here with Richard.
Mr. Richard Armstrong. Syempre, it does not look well na itong parang the apparent legitimacy na pinapakita nyo ngayon dito. The impression is not good. Especially na ang nagrereklamo dito is the legal wife herself. So, although nung lumapit naman sa amin si Ma'am Donna, hindi naman niya issue na kanina kung may bagong relasyon etong kanyang mister. Pero as of now, I just wish na you can be civil to each other, ha? Huwag na kayong ma-involve dyan sa away ng mag-asawa.
Now, this is true, and remember what I said. It doesn't matter whether it's a bad divorce or good divorce. If you're having a divorce and you decide to have a partner before the divorce, which again, you really shouldn't, for several reasons, legal-wise. Anyway, he says you should not get involved in their divorce. You know, you are a mistress. You should not be involved in their affairs. They are still married. You should not get involved.
Kasi kung madadamay kayo dyan, ibang klaseng pananagutan po yung pwedeng maisampa sa inyo ni.
Now he says, and again, he says, and the reason why, he's warning her. This is a warning to her. The reason why is because if you keep getting yourself involved and things get bad, there will be consequences.
There is.
May pananagutan. May pananagutan, the word is you have to answer to. Basically saying there's consequences if you continue on getting involved. And he didn't say it, but basically, guys, bottom line, if Donna decides to pull out the adultery card, yes, that's a crime.
And Silver Raven, yes. In case you don't know, we have this footage on there. This expat, yes. The Armstrong family, that channel was up there beyond 100,000 when they announced their divorce. We covered this about 2 months ago. And yes, the husband, the American expat there is a YouTuber.
Well, they both still are.
And she opened a separate channel. They both are running the channel. And she has started her own channel, and just in 20 videos, she's already up there over 21,000 subscribers. And he did post a few videos, which looks like have been removed since. We have since covered the Armstrong divorce. He said, actually, at that time, 2 months ago, he said within a few days it was finalized. But have they announced whether they're still together or not? Okay, so that's up.
All right.
So,
all right.
okay. So yes, they're YouTubers, and I'm checking now because it appears that she says she's a digital creator. The Ruby herself, his new
Everybody's a YouTuber.
Kabit or girlfriend. I want to try to. In the Philippines, that's
Well,
what
she's
they
a
would call
girlfriend,
it.
but she's still a mistress. I mean, mistress
And
is a
so
title.
yeah, I'm trying to be.
Being with somebody who's married, Yeah.
Ni Ma'am Donna May. So again, yun lang naman yung advice ko sa inyo.
Yeah, so that's just my advice to you. Just my advice to you. Again, don't get involved because again, there could be consequences if this escalates.
Okay.
All right? So,
ayun po, yung sinasabi ko, gusto ko lang po iliwanag kasi vlogger po kami. Gusto ko pong liwanag sa mga tao. Yes po, hindi po ako nagsasalita for 7 months po. Nag-cheat po talaga siya, kaya ko po siya iniwan.
This is the part where it gets good. She says, I would just like to let everybody know, because I'm a vlogger, in the last 7 months, I shut my mouth and did not say a word.
I do want to let you know, like I said, MOMIMHAY's vlog, which we've shown, the invitation has went through. Both Richard and hers is showing a rejection immediately. So I'm assuming that possibly means they blocked us in advance.
Don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I have attempted to send it out both if they would like to join. So, but it comes back like when I send it, it closes down.
You have to remember, they probably get a lot of
if they're
direct messages and emails.
correct,
and
since they've been
texts.
on here, they're probably
They're
getting
probably inundated. Yes.
right based on this. So I want to let you know that there is a Meta manager, and it does say that if like they're inundated or whatever, it will reject based on that, or it's a block. I don't know which. So they could be inundated right now, both of them, because they are both public
Well,
right now.
and
But
again, this is just
Donna's does show it went through. So I just want to be fair, as we have on the others, that they're actually invited, unless the only reason people are not allowed to join is because of stuff they've actually come in and clogged up the actual, but as of right now, they're open to come in. What are you at? What?
Talaga. Ito po, too much po yung hubad na larawan po na ginagawa nila. Kaya nandito na po ako.
says the bare pictures of me is too much for me to handle, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Para magsalita at humingi po sa inyo ng tulong po.
Yeah. Okay, pero yung reproduction,
There's a limit. for
okay, yung
everybody.
pagkalat,
Okay, now this is the important part too. For those of you like, oh, there's naked pictures of her or bare pictures of her, I want to see them.
Hey.
Here's the attorney's message.
pag-broadcast ng mga sensitive private photographs, yan po ay krimen.
Apo.
Says to distribute or download these pictures is a crime.
Sa ating batas. Okay, malaki-laki po yung
Says in our country, it's really serious.
kaparusahan niya na may kulong, mayroon din pong multa yan.
There's a fine and imprisonment.
Okay, so ma'am, yun po yung karapatan po ninyo.
Thank you po.
Okay, yun lang naman. I think wala ka namang issue no doon sa
Marami pa po. Mag-iba na lang po ako ng kaso sa kabit na lang po na nagsasabi sa akin sa social media, nag-comment ng pokpok daw po ko.
Okay, she says the kabit, the mistress, she says I'm a whore. That's what she says.
Ikakasuhan ko din po yung kabit.
And I will sue her. That's what she says. I'll sue her.
ayan, no, kung meron po kayong accusation yan, I think
Opo,
that is
marami
cyber libel
Thank
naman.
you po. Opo.
Okay?
Donna says she will sue.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying what she says.
So that is again a different issue, ha? Ninyo ni Ma'am Ruby Abarial.
Yeah, so that's a different issue altogether.
Right. So is that, I have to ask, I get what you're saying. So is that still under the, that would still be a private matter, civil, right?
I would go, yeah, technically. yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure
Now
out.
the problem with this is they're in different islands. I don't know how they're going to do this, but obviously there's a way.
Okay? So, Sir Richard, ha, I hope you cooperate with the NBI's investigation.
Oh, I'm going to love to, and I'm going to love the look on her face when the NBI figures out that it was her that created the fake profiles.
All right, good. No, okay. And also, I'm advising you, ha, please avoid the public impression of your other relationship, especially that you are still married. I
Yeah, see, he clearly stated it.
understand there's a divorce proceedings. Maybe you can wait for the divorce decree.
Oh, you know what? Let's go into this, okay? If we want to go into this, let's go ahead and go into this. Donna's been on a witch hunt for 8 months, okay? Donna's had multiple relationships that she's also had in the public as well, and that she just recently removed. And I've got proof of this as well.
All right.
And we've
No.
also got
Wala po.
other witnesses.
That's not an issue here. The issue
This
here.
is the issue. He just brought it up, so let's make this an issue. Let's tell the whole world what you did to me, Donna, that you tried to set me up with another girl to have a threesome, multiple girls, and when you got called out, when you
And
got
he's
caught
complaining.
with
He's
trying to set me up with a threesome, we split up. Because I've got the proof. I've got
Hahaba
the
po
evidence
to.
to show
Hahaba
you
po
tried
siya.
setting me
Bakit
up.
may threesome?
All right.
Hahaba
Let's
po
put
to.
this all in the world.
Hahaba
You
po
guys set me
siya.
up with the threesome.
Hahaba
All
po
right.
yan.
My advice to you applies equally to Miss Donna May, okay? Both of you are married.
I mean, I guess
until
we
and
can
there is a
compare
divorce
a
decree,
thing.
you remain to be married. So any relationships
Queen
other
size
than
bed.
your marriage relationship will be considered illicit under Philippine law. All right? So for now, let's focus on the voyeurism
Can you say
allegations.
focus?
Let's just cooperate with the
Focus?
investigation.
But look at her. Is she
Kasi
grinning?
alam naman natin siya
Hold
rin,
on,
ano, pag
pause that. Wait a minute. So is she grinning?
I don't know.
Hold up. Take it back a sec. Just take it first. See if you can.
It's hard to do.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
See,
Let's see where we're at.
the investigation. Kasi
that's too much. Hold on.
But she's, look at her eyes.
Set me up with another girl to have a threesome, multiple girls, and when you got
She's
called
not
out, when you
lying?
got caught with trying to set me up with a threesome, we split up. Because I've got the proof. I've got the
Hahaba
text
po to.
message to show
Hahaba
you
po siya.
tried setting me
Bakit
up.
may threesome?
Wait a minute. What'd she say? What did she just say?
I'm not sure. I've always
She said
wondered
a
what she
photo
said.
of the threesome.
No.
We
Wait a minute.
split up because I've got the proof. I've got the
Hahaba
text
po to.
message to show
Hahaba po
you
siya.
tried setting
Kung
me
bakit
up.
may threesome.
All right, all right.
Hahaba
Let's
po
put
to.
this all in the world.
See, I never that. Okay, I've heard what she says,
Okay.
and I understand what she
Just
says.
please
But
translate.
no, I can translate, but it doesn't make sense to me. It could be slang in their region. It might be a Ilocano thing. You know how people say drop off. Like for instance, if I translate, I'm gonna drop Heidi off to a Filipino, they won't understand that in Filipino because drop off is really not a word here or a slang thing.
Right.
She says,
It's
"Mahaba po ito." She said it several times, but it didn't make sense to me. Again, if anybody
she
who
said threesome.
knows what mahaba po ito means, mahaba po ito means okay. Po is sir. Ito is this. Mahaba is long. So basically, she's saying this is long. This is long. She said it several times, but I'm like, what?
Okay, but this is long, but what about the photo and threesome? All these words were in the last bit. Is that an indication there was someone living at the house? Wait a minute. So
Okay, well, hold on.
I'm
I don't
kind
know.
of throwing things out there, allegedly, possibly.
Sir Richard, I hope you
lived for a
cooperate with the
while
NBI's investigation.
outside-
Oh, I'm gonna love to, and I'm gonna love the look on her face when the NBI figures out that it was her that created the fake profiles.
All right, good,
Is
good.
this a
No,
love
okay.
triangle?
And also, I'm advising you, please avoid the public impression of your other relationship, especially that you are still married.
Wait a
I understand there's a divorce proceedings. Maybe you can
Look at her
wait for
smiling. I mean, I'm
the
not,
divorce decree.
like, hating
Oh,
her.
you know what? Let's go into this, okay? If we want to go into this, let's go ahead and go into
smiling. Look
it.
at her
Donna's been on a
looking
witch hunt for
reflection.
8 months, okay? Donna's had multiple relationships that she's also had in the public as well, and that she just recently removed. And I have got proof of this as well.
All right.
And we've
No.
also got
Wala po.
other witnesses
That's not
of this.
an issue here. I am the issue
This
here.
is the issue. He just
You-
brought it up, so let's make this an issue. Let's tell the whole world what you did to me, Donna, that you tried to set me up with another girl to have a threesome, multiple girls, and when you got called out, when you
he
got
was just
caught,
pushing on
was
her.
trying to set me up with a threesome,
Did anybody
we
see
split
him
up.
nudging at her
Because
a
I've got the
little
proof. I've got the
Hahaba
text
po to.
message to show
Hahaba
you
po siya.
tried setting
Kung
me
bakit
up.
may threesome.
All right.
No, see, honestly, Thora, that's
She said, "I'll
no,
take
she
forever
said
working his."
it'll take for. I believe she's talking about what she says, but the thing is, she says this is long. Why would there be a threesome? That's what I'm saying. That the words don't make sense. At first that's what I thought so too, Thora. I thought that she's saying there's going to be a long explanation. I thought at first, but then
Okay.
she says this is long. Why would there be a threesome? It's like, huh?
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. So it's still a mystery for me.
no, it's still a mystery to me. Whatever she says.
And what about a photo? Just she just saying she had is I'm missing the photo thing. Okay.
All right.
Hahaba
Let's
po
put
to.
this all in the world,
Okay.
Donna.
Hahaba
You tried
po
to set me
siya.
up with a threesome.
Hahaba
All
po
right.
yan.
My advice to you applies equally to Miss Donna May, okay? Both of you are married until and there is a divorce decree. You remain to be married, so any relationships other than your marriage relationship will be considered illicit under Philippine law. All right? So for now, let's focus on the voyeurism allegations. Let's just cooperate with the investigation. Kasi alam naman natin, Shari, no, pag nasa internet na yung mga ganyang photographs, ang bilis kumalat yan. Madali na lang kumalat yan.
Says once the pictures hit the internet, they spread out fast.
Warning lang din po ha, sa mga nakatanggap man ng mga sensitibong photograph na yan,
Warning to everybody who received these sensitive photographs.
kahit hindi kayo, yung kumuha,
Even if you're not the one who took the picture,
hindi kayo yung direktang nagnakaw, kumbaga,
if you're not the one who stole them
or nagpadala ng mga photographs na yan,
or send the
the mere
photos,
act of sharing,
Yes.
yung pag-share lang yan, pag-distribute po ng mga photographs na yan, kasama po yan ha, dun sa violations ng Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act. Kaya
Correct.
kung may mga natanggap po kayong yan, ang pinakamaiging gawin, i-delete nyo agad at i-report nyo kung kanino nyo natanggap mga yan. Kasi baka later on, kayo pa yung idadamay pag tirinace na po ng NBI yan. Okay, mag-ingat sa mga ganyan.
so be careful with those. It says if you see it, have it deleted.
Okay.
And I want to
And
let you know
attorney,
that probably
possible
contains a lot of information out there, sharing information, talking about information. spreading information about Filipinos, or now in the world, it's anybody. People are not aware that all this extra side stuff is really putting an issue, and it's who actually pushes these laws, and a Filipino can do it. Spreading rumors, spreading information, putting people's photos out there like that is really bad. I don't know why she would do it to herself. I'm
No,
just
I
adding
don't.
some side
I
stuff
don't.
about YouTube, Facebook, all of that. It's just a
No,
side warning to people.
the reality is, can she do it to herself? Yes. Did she do it to herself? We don't know.
I don't think she would go on Rafi. That's really,
I don't. I'm leaning towards no, only because of, again,
I mean, guys, you got to understand
to go to Raffy, you're
a
talking about
senator.
being exposed.
And she also put her family in a video discussing she was on her way
Right.
there, and I'm assuming that was her sister reading from the paperwork on her current YouTube, that she was saying that, she was reuniting and stuff with her family, and that she had all the proof of stuff. I can't see her going that far. I'm not saying he's guilty of, but I'm kind of out there. Wow, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, like Thora says, why would she do it to herself? Rafi doesn't take things lightly. Yeah, that the probability is low, only because, again, she went to Raffy Tulfo, and that's serious stuff. They will have you investigated. Yes.
Mm.
Din ba na maisama po sa cyber libel yung ginawa po sa kanya, kahit private message po na sinabihan siya ng mga kung ano-ano, pwede po ba siyang isama sa cyber libel?
Yes, yes. Ang requirement po kasi ng ating cyber libel is yung tinatawag na, yung material sa tanong po ni Shad is yung fact na publication. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron pa bang ibang nakakita? Okay? Bukod sa nag-accuse, doon sa naninira at doon sa sinisiraan. So kung si Mr., siniraan niya si Mrs., sa ibang tao, dyan, sa conversation na yan, that is already considered publication. Kasi meron ng third person na...
So he's talking about defamation. So yes, the mere fact that it spreads, the fact, like, for example, you say this about somebody and you say this about somebody, that's cyber libel. Yes.
Right, which exists, and it's being brought to light. Just remember, I'm sorry, it is what it is. That's a matter of somebody filing a case, paying for attorneys, and it's a very long, drawn out. It could go on for years, tons of attorneys, how somebody wants to fight it. I've often wondered about that, or if it's even, that's all. It's there's a long, drawn out process. For some, it's worth it, and some, it's not. But evidently, she cares. She's went to Rafi.
nakarinig, nakabasa ng mga paninira na yon.
Oh,
Okay.
kahit private message.
Yes. Kasi hindi naman yan masasabi na private message between them, kasi meron ng ibang nakarinig. Ibig sabihin, siniraan mo na siya sa iba, which is the very essence of libel, yung paninirang puri sa ibang tao.
Pasok din po yung
It's just not
sa comment
randomly
section, doon po siya
that
nagsasabi ng
government
pokpok.
Yes.
do that.
Sa comment section, kasama po yan, okay?
Okay.
They are written defamatory languages, kasama po yan, no? Kahit yung mga, usually meron dyan siya, no? Yung mga sineshare, pero pag sinare nila, nilalagyan nila ng sarili nilang caption. Yan, covered po yan ng libel.
Totoo man po o hindi.
Totoo man po o hindi po yan relevant for purposes of cybercrime cases, no?
Okay, what he's saying is, even if they're private messages, that's still libel. And
That I understand, yes.
this also, if you're a YouTuber, this is why we monitor our lives seriously, because we are responsible for the comments in the feed and comments in the video. So, for example, if you're talking crap about somebody in the comments, like in our channel, we're responsible for that, and we can be hit for libel if somebody left, something like no.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a whole range. We spoke to attorneys more recently, and it's the same with her. I'm sure she knows what her actual rights are. And then it's just a matter if it's even worth your time or whatever. But this really goes deep. So it's like, that's probably why you wonder about like Tim K, Mark Thornton, and all that. Believe me, things go on all the time. It's but there's a limit. That would be a limit if your nude photos were out, or serious personal information, or posting families' photos, like with information. There's a lot, but nude photos, that would actually be, I still think there's a lot of passion and a lot of somebody just said it further up that it's a matter of a woman scorned. All this goes in there. A lot of things that go up is just a bunch of hot air, on different channels and all of that. That's where I'm at on this. This is a scorned person. I'm just saying, on both sides, whatever's going on, this is a tough relationship.
Well, as Rachel X says, there's three sides to every story: her story, his story, and the truth. Remember that. Neither of them are here right now, and neither of them, spoke with us. So,
and we have dropped links.
We're just again, I just translated. That's all I really did. I did not add to her words. I did not take away from words, for the most part.
And we will get the links to this up.
Yeah, AJ Happ says Republic Act 9995, or Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Law, in relation to our Republic Act 10175, known as Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Yeah.
And then Thad says, tell Tommy and Lechon that.
Well, that's just it. Just because you hear stuff, see things, and everything doesn't make it legal on YouTube or Facebook or on the internet, guys. Forever we've heard people say, but so-and-so did it on their channel, and so posted this on Facebook or all these other side YouTube or other social media platforms. There's hundreds of them. Or on that video game, what do they call that video game site?
Huh?
What's the one that MYK has a channel on?
Discord,
yeah, we have a Discord. We set one up a long time ago, but we don't use it. But it's just because you see it on these other platforms does not make it right, and it's not a free, open, just for everybody to do whatever. But sometimes it's used in between for trash and
yeah.
So
yeah.
So yes, guys, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe for sure. We're going to go through the comments, and we are going to leave this live stream open if Donna, or like I said, the other two, appears that they either have their messages off or they have been inundated since, which would, that would make sense that they're getting a lot of, they're getting a lot of contact, because they would see her as the kabit, and they would see him as still, she's saying, a cheating spouse. And if you watch her other videos, she's got a lot of Filipinos following her. So right now they're probably being inundated with a lot of stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, no, of course they are.
So and if they're verbally,
well, yeah. Now the sad part is, again, this is actually truth, and Ruby actually brought it up. Ruby says, moral lesson is never send nude photos of yourself to anyone. Even with the proliferation of AI nowadays, they can use your image on something else.
And they can fake everything these days.
Technically, all they really need is a photo of your face, and you're done. What I'm saying is, if they want a nude photo of you, they don't have to use your body. They can just reface you into anything else.
Anything. On the worst body, the best body.
Correct.
Everything can be done now.
Well, that technology's been available since, I don't know.
And we're not talking about the ones where you'll see like Snoop Dogg eating 10 pizzas and it just looks all weird when he's eating them. No, it could be as well as what we're doing right now. So that's how serious they can, depending on the software and how well they're editing. Everything can be faked.
Kanye West eating spaghetti with his bare hands. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Anyway, that's an AI generated video, but anyway,
Right.
Tara says exactly, Ruby. So if you guys see any of me, it's AI. There you
Yeah,
go.
right.
Right.
Why we say ask us, guys. If you guys got questions, ask us direct. Don't be a sheeple, man.
Correct.
So, I mean, we get that there's a limit if we know that you're an outright troll or whatever and still making stuff up. But basics can be answered, or if there are photos, let us know.
Huh. No, I'm just staring at. It looks like a glitch. It looks like Thora and Ruby on my screen. It looks like it came from one person.
Hi, Ruby. Good morning.
Right. See, it's all in one box. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, one of Thor's comments and Ruby's combined. It looks like only one person sent the message, but no. Anyway, what did that say? Oh yeah. Lena. Oh, hi, Lena. How you doing?
Good morning.
Lena Pina. Yeah, yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is
Lena.
getting ugly, right? I know it was unexpected, as it were. Well, there's been rumors. They have been rumors. However, that's from the horse's mouth, as it so to speak. Thor the Islander, right? True. Jocelyn Gates says, without Donna YouTube, Richard would have no money. He earned money from Donna YouTube, which he changed name into the Albino. Yeah.
Which is a whole nother matter as far as him working. We don't even know. She said there's something against him right now. What is it that they actually?
There's a hold order.
Okay.
An HDO.
Understand that if he's legitly got his 13A, then
Yeah.
he was allowed to work, but that's also a business. Is the business license under Donna? Is the Facebook channel under
Yeah.
Donna or him initially? There's so much going on that it's hard to say, and that's just,
Yeah, there's a
what
whole
ifs.
departure order, HDO order on Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A chosen one.
It's a
Thank
thing
you.
of chosen-
Yeah,
you're
he's in Thailand. No,
Thailand.
he said he was.
Yeah.
Because we had just missed him because we went on our staycay to Subic Bay, guys. It was beautiful. We had a really, really good time. It's still our birthday month. And we have a lot actually planned. What's wrong?
No, I'm just
Aw.
reading. I'm just reading.
Oh yeah. Well, I seen you. He's like, you still have some of that. I call it pad thai, but it's not. What's the peanut butter sauce again?
Well, there's 2 pieces of meat. Oh, curry.
Curry. That's curry. It's got peanut sauce in it. Or peanut.
Yeah, curry.
Oh, I thought it was called something else.
Yeah, curry. Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, we had some of that left over. We brought home
because it's made differently.
Yeah, it's made differently in that
In-
region. So, yeah, we'll
yeah,
definitely be
it's
returning.
In our region, the
Oh,
sauce is
Did anybody even comment on
brown, and over there
our,
it's pink. Yeah,
our
orange
new
is sorry,
cat
orange is
pillow?
Mang Mang?
Not doesn't look like it's a Mang Mang pillow, but this
Sarah
one's
did.
huge. Yeah, he's
Sarah did,
huge.
yeah,
but-
Sarah said she could see it. Enigma says big words coming from a show. RTA. That's Raffy Tulfo in action for those of you guys. That's very libelous in nature, accusing people without due process.
Yeah.
Thad says YouTube, small peanuts for any income. No, it is. It is.
Yeah. And, as we've said in the past, that YouTube was never about the money, and we're just not going to quit, and we don't stay in it for the money. So we know that other channel recently put, it's sad that people would take on a bunch of stuff over chump change, was the insinuation, and not true. It was never about the money. The extra money just gets turned back into the channel. We give things away. We help people. We take care of, we feed a bunch of outside cats. We use it for different things. Travel. I mean, there is money that is put into YouTube also. And no, you never do it for the money. Now, do some people really do it for a living? Like we've been discussing about Harold Boulder. We've been watching him for years. And him and a bunch of the big channels, they can make a couple $100,000 a year on it. But that's a different level.
yeah, it's a different
That's
level.
a whole dedication of just taking a
Yeah.
backpack around, and like Kulos, it's his entire income. It's that is truly that. But for us, we truly were here at the height of the pandemic helping and guys and doing video chats. And although we're small fry and we're still small fry, we still communicate with a lot of people and we're your everyday people. And that's what's kept us actually true. And that's all I can say is that, yeah, it's never about the money. There is no wrong or right or whether somebody stays or goes based on money. It's just you two. It just that's all it actually is. The concerning ones are the ones that say it's not about the money and it's just a little bit of this and then just I just don't get the purpose of wasting that much
Well,
time
you
on
have to
crap.
remember everything takes a toll. For instance, a good example would be Kulas. And again, I love Kulas. I love his show. However, I did stop watching him for several reasons. And one of the reasons why is because honestly, it caught up to him. He eventually kind of got, he doesn't say it, but you know, he got tired of going around the Philippines and recording everything. You know what I'm
Well, and
saying?
evidently the obsession.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, specific channels are just stuck on Tim K or Mark Thornton or us now. And it's, or when there's several, there's like a dozen channels where it's solely just one thing. And for us, it's a multiple, set streams. And, we're pretty consistent about what goes on.
Well,
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying is if you're that big, there's prices to pay.
I wouldn't understand if it's not about the money
That's
and
why
if
we
it's
say
not about
don't
helping
YouTube.
people. It would
Don't
be
YouTube.
evident if that channel was helping people. But,
Yeah.
but again,
Ruby says, now this
I
is
know
true.
one thing like that. I know one thing, kind of like that boxing match. They won't meet for lunch at this point.
Ruby says most divorces are already messy and add more spices to it. It'll be like eruption of volcano. Correct. That I agree. No, JJ says correct. He should shut it down and make his own channel.
Well, actually, here's the thing. He has removed all of, and I kind of missed with her what the deal was on that because she did start another one and then he still had that. And now, just within the last few weeks, he renamed it to what he named it to and seems, but he's not posting.
That's
So it's
tasteless. Any Filipino who reads that, you'll find that tasteless.
yeah, it was
Like that's fine if you want to declare yourself as a Filipino, but at least show some traits, know the language, do something that's Filipino-ish. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
John Ryder, best thing Richard can do is return home. He can't, even if he wanted to. The hold order, to the best of our knowledge, still in place.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah said, told Dad that yes, some make 250 to 300,000 subscribers a month. Well, I don't know if they get that many subscribers in a month, but they could make, I mean, depending on where they're based, what their people are, yeah, they could be making 100,000 a month before taxes or up or further up. So there are channels making a serious living on it. That's for sure.
No, there's some, and some don't make money at all. And what I mean
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
again, for example, gamers. Gamers are a completely different price bracket on YouTube. They make peanuts.
Well, the first year and a half that we've been doing the channel, we didn't get any monetization, nor did we ever have an intention. We were helping people way before and covering Mexico, covering Florida, and our actual journey. So, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie says
Just-
Richard only has his own opinion on the so-called evidence, still no factual proof on his allegations. Thad says illegal SIM cards, ninja accounts. Yes, for those who are wondering, somebody asked, Charlie Nelson says, does Richard have a work permit? And
Well,
Roy
if he has
Estrada
a
says,
13A, as allegedly he does, then he would have been allowed to
if
work.
he does.
But a business is a different level. So then he'd have had to register it as a business, or she did. We're not sure of any of them factors.
The reason why I say if is because he's going through a divorce right now, so which I kind of question.
Yes, in order to maintain his 13A and to do
can't have a divorce.
anything, including, yeah, he would have to go through.
Right. If his visa is based on a 13A,
He's supposed to be living with her every
that
minute
kills
of that.
the 13A.
Whenever.
Yeah.
He had mentioned, what, 8 months back?
Yeah.
But that's something that, it's up to the
Yeah, the
Philippine
moment.
law.
Well, actually, it's up to her
We always
if she
say
reports it or not.
let the law handle stuff, not other people, not you nosy buddy CJ. And anybody else that says that this person's going to jail and that person's this and that. I mean, what may or may not be charged is one thing, but that would be up to the Philippine law to actually go after him if that's what that's all about. We can state what a possibility is, like we said with Mark Thornton in the fight. This is what could happen with the 13A. We didn't say, hey, this person has this and they're going straight to jail, like it was a total conviction. But you got some nosy buddies that think they know it all and they know insides and outs of legal court documents without the rest of them that think they know everything. They don't, and they're not the law. And you can't pre-convict somebody before something happens.
Anyway.
And a bunch of crap. So it's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah. As Royce says, did I hear her say there's still incomplete projects? There's several projects. There's several contracts that are not done. We've always known this, but they've just verified it on air. Yeah, Thor says he's not completing works or contracted jobs he signed up for. Correct. And there's a lot of really ticked off people because when they start building, they pay a huge deposit and everything. You know what I'm saying? Roy says, sorry to see this went south. They had a good channel, and it was pretty good. And his prices, I commend him on his prices. Whenever he says his prices, they're all in the ballpark, and Laura says, someone who has 12,000 subscribers get 100 a month.
It wouldn't actually matter on the subscribers. It depends on who's watching from where. The amount of subscribers is not what bases. It's on the amount of views and where they're from. There's different factors in that because we have 10,000. We already told you guys we make several $100s a month, and that's about it. So based on 10, we make over 3. So, and that's without anything, and that's based on our current views and live streams. So we've said that we've never hidden how much we actually make. So she just said 12,000 gets paid 100.
Right.
So it does vary. So I want to let you know that we've actually shown in the past when we talked about YouTube, we showed what we make. So it just depends.
Yeah, Charlie says it's not adultery on a husband; it's called concubinage.
Oh,
there. Well,
no, I
but
know.
Not a lot of people use that word. Yeah. Thora says Richard was spending money they didn't have with the construction. Maybe. I kind of, my thoughts, I'm thinking leaning towards that too, but I say maybe because we don't know. John Ryder says Richard will never build again in the Philippines.
Hello, Frank.
Hey, Frank. Huh?
And I'm not sure of the statement of just saying Georgie, though.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Thor Islander says, exactly. The only thing he did was have a kabit as a trait. That's funny. JJ says, should build a bunch of kids in the Philippines instead of house. Oh, dang. You ain't right. That'll make a lot of people nice. No, it's glitching today. Look, it did it again.
Put them both together.
Yeah, put them both together.
It's hard.
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on with
expat vloggers are a hot mess. Everybody wants to be king of the Philippines. Yes, they do.
Well, it's just weird. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out the multiple channels. I told George, I guess that's a mystery in itself that anybody would be that important to carry on. It's just and it's toxic on air and sometimes off air, and sometimes it carries through, and but I hear it happens in other Asian countries too. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. $5 a month times 10,000 equals 50,000 on Patreon. Yeah, I don't think anybody's pulling in that many subscribers, though.
John Ryder says he's a broke bum.
Remember, there's a percentage that actually truly view and truly comment and all that, and there's a cord per X amount. So, and you don't want to start out by figuring that's what you're going to do after you invest a bunch of money and time and everything. So you have to do it because you like it. Those good days and bad days. Just depends on, like here in the next week, we'll both probably be editing the vacation to show some stuff, and so we like doing the activities, the editing. If you're doing true editing and just not putting together one long clip or a few clips, could take a little bit of time. So
Yeah,
so that's the
Robin Mary says, she said it's gonna take long, referring to the new topic. It's gonna take a long time to talk about. But it's too much time trying to end the conversation about threesome allegation.
yeah, no, there's a lot actually going on, so that is for sure.
Ted says she looks like a Cheshire cat.
She did actually. There for a minute, you just seen her smiling the whole time, and she may actually just be smiling, knowing he was going to spout all those things off, and I'm sure that's what she's actually, go to the Philippines. It's paradise. Yeah,
Right,
it
there
actually
you
is.
go.
It's like anywhere that the expats move, but I just don't get the obsession here.
Dang, John Ryder. I was wondering if she was double blade. Yeah, right.
I don't know what that means.
They're freaks.
What's that mean?
Oh, okay.
It's on the, yeah, because we have people coming in from the new Facebook. So we have officially, they won't combine our two Facebook accounts. So initially it was George's personal account. And when a couple years ago, it's different than it is now for anybody that doesn't know much about the professional pages or just a page versus personal page. So the one page we turned into Philippine Antics. And when we went to go get that certified or to get the meta check on it, they can't do it. It's actually got to have his physical name. So we asked them to merge. They're both not pages. So you can't take a personal profile and merge it with a page that's based on the Philippine Antics, a professional one with his tax number and the professional page. So they're saying they won't combine them. But here's the thing. It's both the same emails. They're both attached, both connected, but they won't. It's weird. I can't even begin to tell you. We tried to figure that out about a week ago. And so now you will see that it officially says, so you're going to see two different accounts. So we're kind of working on the Facebook account on the side for those that
Right. Now,
we do want people on the actual Philippine Antics. It's easier to connect in with people through that actual page. And that's where I guess I was trying to get to the point is that's where the live stream is now. They won't see it on your personal account anymore. That used to say that was actually just a personal account, not a page. So the official YouTube page will start running the actual streams, guys.
Now, this has crossed my mind, yes, and this is a valid statement. Andrew says, dirty washing in public, free advertisement, helps their blog numbers, 5 minutes of fame.
Well, he's not actually, he hasn't posted nothing for a couple months now.
No, I understand that, but it has crossed my mind. Now, you don't hear them speak of their channels, but be aware, even though it's live, I'm not sure how live it is and how much is edited out, if that makes any sense. Because even if you have a live show, there's something called a delay where they can clip out, I think the delay is like 5 minutes now. they have a 5 minute lag from actual live to. So I don't know if they're not allowed to say their channel names or anything like that. You know,
It's hard saying.
hard saying. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't think she would have went that far. I don't.
No,
mean,
I don't think so either, but it has crossed my mind. Yes. Yes, it has.
PH Expat Prepper. Is he in the house? Good morning.
All right. Fad says Red Horse fuels kids. Yeah, right. Thor says I'm
Right.
dreaming with the Philippines. Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
Did you see where Enigma said that Raffy has many kibitz
Yeah,
himself?
I didn't put that up because he's a senator. I mean, whether it's true or not, you know, alleged, as we always say.
I mean,
just so you guys know, again, the Tufo family is up there. I'm talking about, like, it's not just him, it's not just his wife, it's not just his brother. You know what I'm saying? These are powerful people. It's kind of like there's a big misconception that people become people who become presidents become big. No, they're already big. Being presidents is actually a step down. A lot of people don't realize that these are people already in power. They're just trying to get more power. Anyway, John Ryder says Philippines is exciting for the maximum of 60 days, then reality kicks in. Doug's Philippine journey says it could be discouraging to people new to looking at the Philippines as a place to retire. It seems no matter where you look, there's drama. Well, it doesn't
that's
matter
why I
where
said
you
it's
are.
no, it happens in the US,
Yeah.
it happens in other Asian countries. I just think more and more with the internet, it just it is what it is. I just don't think it's the Philippines. But I must say this is one of the most toxic environments I've seen, but it's how you react. It's not like people dragging each other down in the streets or anything. Because I think a lot of it is just keyboard warriors. I promise you that. So I'm going to tell you 100%, if we would have made a public announcement for those that have been saying things that are living in this area and other places, they would have never showed up at the actual thing to actually say, hey, I don't get a point of it. So what I'm saying is it's just people that I think they're just frustrated, venting stuff, bored. It's hard saying. Is it deflecting, or there's a couple different, they're casting, projecting. It's hard saying, but they're adults. That's where I'm at. I told George like last year, I was like, these are people that are over 50, 60, 70-year-old men from all over the world that just sit there and, these guys are actually coming in on Philippine live streams of people that are here and videos that, I don't get it. That's just me.
Charlie Nielsen says, there you go. The attorney put them both in notice about having a relationship while married. No, they really should.
An adult conversation like us going through and discussing this is even on the actual edge, but it is still YouTube. He's still an expat. It's worthy of a conversation. Sitting around talking about people's teeth, weight, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, life, and trying to pull, it's just a weird situation for me.
Well, forget that. Most of it isn't true.
It's just immature.
Well, anyway.
But I'm just saying, on a side note, you were discussing the Philippine thing.
Douglas Williams says, you guys are great. Thank you, Douglas.
It's kind of just
Hey, Victor, how you doing?
But they can let us know by message when they want to talk. I call them out.
John Ryder, yeah, like the Kennedy family. Yeah,
Kennedy
yeah,
family.
no, they're powerful people. You don't mess with them. Andrew says, check her subscriber numbers in a few weeks. It will show the benefit of being on Raffy.
Oh, sure, of course.
People will
Just
find her site and picks.
no, that we know. Anything that's covered by anybody causes numbers. It doesn't matter from trolls to
It's that-
stuff that we've covered. It's topics. We get it. Nobody's getting filthy rich on it, including her. Even if her numbers doubled at this point and she's not, it's not what you guys actually think for the stuff that she goes through or anybody goes through, but it's just part of the game. She knows it's going to change her channel. There's different reasons. Like for her, it may be strictly about the money, or it could strictly be she really wants to prove that she can make a bigger, better channel. There's many reasons people do these YouTube channels. That is for sure. It's just not all financial. That's for sure.
Well, the only people I know who would benefit or take her pictures would be her trolls. Because I really couldn't think of anybody respectable downloading her pics. I mean, no offense to her or anything like that. I'm just saying
But she's like we would say that they're not. It's not like they have a 1.5 million channel on some of these Filipinos here that are making 40,000-50,000 a month. This is all personal. This is between the three of those.
well,
We
that's
don't
what
know
I'm
what's
saying.
going on. We don't know, and it could have been another ex. It could have been anything.
Well, that's what I'm
guys.
saying. She was never that type. What I'm saying is she never did those,
Show off types,
Correct.
and expensive restaurants.
So what I'm saying is
and
they don't
showed a
they don't
flashy
see
life
her
and how
that way.
important,
Correct.
my channel, this, my
That's what I'm
so
saying.
it's the same with us. It's not that serious, but
Right.
I don't. I
She's
really
not.
don't
Yeah,
know.
she's not a thirst trapper or anything like that. So what I'm saying is the only ones I would think that would download and spread her pics are her trolls, which I mean everybody has trolls. But anyway, you get my picture.
Right.
Because somebody said earlier, who would want her pics? And again, like I thought about that, but yeah, the only thing I could think is trolls, because again, she's not a thirst trapper, so people don't see her that way. That's what I was
Yeah.
getting at. Doug says, well, no. Of course, there's always fights. Well, there's a couple instances of people at least brawling on the street. Yeah, no, I mean that happens everywhere. Yes, yeah, it happens here.
Mhm. Victor says a full moon on the 21st, and then we expect everybody to act out.
I kind of disagree. Roy says, I guess Philly and the Philippines could not handle the heat. Mark my words, Philly will not last in the province and will return.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
no,
think
I think he
so.
will.
Mhm.
He's traveled and lived in different places before and lived in similar environments. Brian's not, he's not a
Yeah, I think he
frou-frou,
will.
type guy. He's kind of like he's actually a tough guy. So what I'm saying is that if
I
he
mean-
wants to stay there, he'll stay there, but he will.
I mean, I'm not a frou-frou, but I mean, I'm bougie enough that I would know in advance that I need the AC X amount of time, that I would need the things that we have here, which are basics.
Right.
There's a limit to, a woman of my age that would need comforts and stuff. I didn't come here to go that route, but it depends on what I would be looking for. So for me, it's actually not for me to go out where there's bugs, and with my skin problems and my lupus and other issues that I have, I can actually see it.
Yeah. No, my theory
But,
is, yeah.
They got family, which is really great. Freedom. He looks great. I said that the
Yeah.
other day. He looks really great.
He
So
looks
he's
better.
getting
He looks
fresh
healthier.
air.
Because it's fresh air
And
over there.
he's doing what he wants. I just seen Sunshine Shoulders. His statement is he would like to sit there and talk about plants, and he still does. He does him. He does the exercise videos. When you do the YouTube, you got to do what you want to actually do. A lot of people are driven by numbers, which would bring me back around to the other channels and stuff. I would think they would want to be doing anything else but what they're actually doing. Sometimes it makes you wonder, but I think he'll soon do, more of his diving and things that are, driven him, kind of like Sunshine. I think he'll start showing more of the
Well,
videos
speaking of diving, he has
freedom.
access to his own private beach.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? My theory, okay, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're watching, Brian, correct me if I'm. My theory. Here's my theory. I can see Brian fixing up that family home, fix it up, get it all nice and Western like, and then move on and build a house of his own.
It's possible it could be a
That's
houseboat.
my
We don't
theory.
know.
Again,
don't
I
know.
could be wrong. This could be in his head. Maybe it's not.
I
don't
think it's for
know.
the diving, and they're making other future planes. But
Right.
I mean, either way, they're following their path, and they're not going to let anybody change that. Just
And
like
as they
us,
should.
you're
As they
going to have people that are going to be naysayers and haters and lovers. That's what channels are built on. It doesn't tear him down like us. It just builds him up.
Oh no.
Brian has actually said he's not going to. That's not going to change him.
Yeah, Thar says I don't watch news anymore because they're all lies and made up as well. Oh my gosh, yeah. And in most of the news, they don't even verify anymore. Unique crickets.
Yeah.
Verify your sources first. Victor C says full moon on the July 21st. There you go.
Yeah.
Thad says regular guy wore him down traveling. Oh, traveling wore him down. Yeah.
Yeah. CJ Cassie had made a previous comment, and I seen it a little bit ago, but let's see if I can find the other one. Well, might as well just go to where they said, I'm assuming you're talking to all expats. Go back to your own country. We don't need you here in the Philippines.
Hmm.
Oh, somebody. It's an older account, but no, you might not.
Well, no, of course I won't see that.
Yeah, no, I think that's what she's saying. Shame on you, Richard, for exposing his mistress in the public, and then further down they said to go.
No, that's right. I mean, why
back
would you
to your
do that?
country. We don't need you here.
Legally,
Yeah.
you're legally admitting you have a mistress. We're in a country where they do prosecute you for concubinage. Yes, that's and like some of you
Especially when it's a
said,
fresh marriage.
right.
Now we know there are people that'll state like their husband part had moved on and it's been 15, 20 years. They've had kids and they've had, girlfriends for a while, but it's a fresh marriage.
Well, it's a fresh marriage. It's a fresh, not quite divorce.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a new marriage, and then the separation part of it.
The lawyer goes like, "Yo, whoa, 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 back off. She can still press charges against you."
That would be the biggest thing. Yeah. So I think that's what
Bruce says, "Love you guys. Enjoy the channel." Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate you, man.
No, and Jimmy said your past is your past. No way to escape that. No, that's true. But nobody, including Mark Thornton and Tim K and regular guy and other people, none of us, including them, owe anybody their life to actually say, hey, we're not the president. Our health and past doesn't rely on the information we give. I mean, even down to the recent vlogger that I said she got scammed, but she allegedly helps people with real estate. Just because she got scammed doesn't mean that she's not allowed to help people with real estate. Kind of the same situation. It doesn't change what we're going to say, how we're going to say it, the attitude we got, how we're going to spend, how we're going to love, and who we're going to meet up with. What's this vigilante crap? I have no idea, nor is it really going anywhere.
Ruby says, before any expat decides to settle in the Philippines or any Southeast Asian country, try it out for 6 months or even a year if you can handle totally different culture you grew up with. Correct. It's more than just culture, guys. Remember that. It's the cultures, the environment. Yeah. I mean, and culture doesn't necessarily mean as in, because a lot of people think as culture as in, their practices. Oh, well, this is how they pray. This is how they sit. No, it's everything. Driving, interaction, even simple things. We do things differently because, well, obviously we are a different country. Now, this is a valid question. Zanita says, why do you keep reading out the same people's comments every time? Okay, now, for instance, the reason why is, one, we do get a lot of comments. A lot. And I skip a lot of comments including the ones that I read all the time. For example, I'm pretty sure I've skipped, for example, Ruby's comments, Sora's comments, Bruce Davis's comments. I skip a lot of comments, even the ones that I read all the time.
And also regular participants, members, Patreon
Right.
members, and what's pertinent. So
What's
everybody does
pertinent,
their
what
live
seems
streams.
odd, what seems off, I'm not going to put up. What seems too political. For example, the thing about Raffy, I didn't put that up because that's talking about a political figure, so therefore I did not even put that up. So,
Bottom line, it's kind of up to us, not trying to
well,
sound like a total BIT,
yeah,
which I am, but it's that's kind of the reasoning. It's
right,
yeah,
right.
when we feel that it's people answering people in the live stream, and so
Yeah, and Charlie says, yeah, by Richard doing that, he admitted to a crime. Correct, he did. It's really weird.
and sometimes when we're in a conversation and we're answering things, or I skip down and look at something, he'll put up what's actually going on. But there's a just the way we've done it. We've been doing these live streams for a couple years, and we do them consistently several times a week. So
Yeah, John Ryder
few videos
says,
a month.
yeah, he scammed her. He was the first girl he meets on the dating app. Jimmy J says, your past is your past. No way to escape that. Thad says your past makes up who you are today, including past relatives' DNA.
And okay, so the reason being is that person Anderson put up comments before. So it says funny funny he has bad hearing, yet he keeps looking over at her. He has a bad temper oozing out of him. I've been there and I recognize it.
Well, you said the same thing.
So right away.
No, I mean,
Okay. You must have inside information. I'd be more curious about it. And so she said she has been on there because she wouldn't be scared of him on there, remembering how he hurt her. That's a little more personal.
is that what the hold order is for?
I just want to let you guys know also, we've been doing this long enough to know per the statements that it's somebody that could be a family member, could be the vlogger themselves using other accounts, it could be the girlfriend, it could be
Right.
anybody. This sounds a little bit more personal in the statements, though.
Yeah, and remember, we don't have the full
And the
story.
fact that you also said, why do you keep reading out other comments? And so
is
it's
it-
kind of, it's the same
Is it
person.
Ada?
No, it's the same person, yes.
Well,
So,
Right.
yeah,
Well, what I'm
so-
saying is, again, remember, the
Yeah,
hold
we get
order
it.
was the oddest thing. Again, I did mention this at the start of the live, that somehow there's a hold order, but there's no story behind it. That part is vague. So,
Yeah.
John Ryder says, I love Lutz channel.
Yeah, she's got a good channel. Yeah, we
Hey,
really
Bisay
enjoy the
Kano, how are you
videos.
doing?
Hey, good morning. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Can you do what was the
Which one? This one?
can you
do a legal agreement not to file a case if you have a new relationship? Technically, you can. But I don't know how. I mean,
I don't even know. The only thing to really avoid that, they'd have to go do a legal separation.
Well-
that would be as legal, because you're really going to trust that your husband's not going to show back up, or
No,
the wife. That's called a legal separation. That would be
well, the thing is, by the time
maybe go and talk to the
if you're gonna
Barong guy
if you're gonna
and
do
have
a
something written
divorce,
out.
if you're gonna do a divorce,
I would say it's possible here in the Philippines.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was getting at. Is legal separation probably will take just the same amount of time as a divorce.
Right. But remember, there was a Raffy Tulfo where they went to the barangay, they sat down and made out a child support thing before they were even divorced. And that was how the payment started. It wasn't something legal, but sometimes you can sit down with the barangay. There was. Remember, they started payments in advance back on for the child.
Well,
and
okay. Let's say,
I'm
okay.
saying that anything's possible
They-
here.
well, can you do that? Yes. Will they do that? Probably not. I'm saying it. I'm not saying for.
I think he's trying to.
No. Yeah, legally, can you do that? Yes, you can. And
If
but
both of them sit
but
down and sit down
will
with
they both
somebody.
agree to it? I'm not gonna say who's not gonna agree to it because it's kind of obvious who's not gonna agree to it. But odds are they won't come to that agreement.
I wouldn't say that. Poseidon Kano says, I get like 1 out of my 10 comments mentioned. I don't mind it. It's their show, and replying to all the questions makes it really tedious and disrupts their flow. Yes and no, I wouldn't probably say 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, if you understand, we're not like some of the other channels 100% that are in the realm of who watches the other people. They will go through all of them depending on their comment flow. And it's when you guys are talking back and forth to each other, they put those comments up. We don't put when you guys are making statements that
well,
are
for
applying
example,
to other
here,
people.
for example, we sang "Hello Antics," Judith, which is Bruce. Hi, saying good morning, buddy.
No, when they're
CJ,
talking
Cassie,
to
good
each
morning at you.
Correct.
Judith, good, Jimmy, good to see you.
No, that's when they're discussing with each other or something.
You know what I'm
we
saying? Of
don't.
course, I'm going to skip through them. You know what I mean?
Or
and-
if we previously,
And some that, again, like for example, too political, too questionable, too left field, then yeah, of course, I'm not going to read them. You know. John Ryder says, "Sounds like the girlfriend."
Okay, so that's odd that I actually answer it without it actually being put up. Tony asked further down, asking for a friend, which again, this is the most oddest thing, and it's why we don't. But I'll entertain it. Asking for a friend. He's 72, overweight, bald, with an attitude, and disabled. Best Philippine town to get an 18-year-old virgin wife. That's just odd. And so, this would be the things that we would not put up on the screen, and so I don't.
Virgin wife. Wow.
Well, it's the fact he would mention all the above. So why would you ask for him, and why wouldn't he just be doing it? That's not really narrowing anybody down here, because there are 72, overweight, bald, attitude, and disabled list a lot of people here. Not trying. I mean, that's true.
Well, I mean, that's the common expat, again, not judging or anything. It's just the way it is.
But where
Yeah.
the fact to ask for a girl, so
Well, the problem is the virgin part.
and yeah,
The reason why
and
I
an
say that,
18-year-old, yeah.
because again, not being, what I'm saying is, teenagers do it.
Yeah, if they're out in the province, it's no
They're
different
still
than
in
any other
school
country.
and they do it, and you guys know this. Even in the U.S., that happens here.
It'd be the same odds almost of the U.S.
So it's
Sorry,
kind of hard.
guys.
What I'm saying is, they're still in school. They're underage. They're doing it. It's
Yeah,
the virgin
so-
part is really hard.
So
Yeah.
it's a needle in a haystack. There is you may get
Are
others
there
that can tell
are
you
there
where.
Filipinas and that are
Sure,
of
sure.
course.
Uh,
no doubt.
where? Hard to
Where?
say.
Well, hard to say. There are some in the city, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know,
So
so
yeah, Tony was saying, yeah,
Zennia says I left 3 comments tonight. Yeah.
we see them.
I don't
so.
think he did. John Ryder, did Richard adopt her child? No, I don't think he did.
No. And up to that point, it was never really released or any hint that it was never his child to begin with, because she was fairly a baby when he showed up. So even up to the point of them mentioning the divorce, I didn't know, which it doesn't matter. Yeah, had no idea that it wasn't his child, which doesn't, really.
Yeah, and for those of you wondering, she's doing well. She is finishing those jobs as best she could. She did hire other people. For those of you who are not familiar with her channel, she did hire people to finish said projects. Just so you guys know. So she's that way. She's not leaving the ones who they're contracted to in the dark. You know what I'm saying? She's the one left behind holding the bag, as it were, as they say in the U.S. She's left holding the bag, and she's trying to finish loose corners, and she's doing a good job.
And Tony saying that Mark, Old Dog, Enrique say that he'll have no problem getting a wife. Probably not. That's it. You're just listing not every expat that shows up here or a bunch of military guys that are on disability, all of them with issues and all the above. You know, I don't know about being bald, you know, just different people, guys. It's, you know, I'm way overweight and this and that. I mean, I found George in the US before a lot of things happen. Things happen in life, guys. I mean, it depends on the person. You say bad attitude, I say, you know, it is what it is, guys.
GDR says your friend sounds like the average expat in the Philippines. As long as he makes 600, really 600. That's really
Yeah.
low, man.
Well, yeah, it depends on where they
$600 a
live.
month.
We
He will
always
have-
say that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really low, man. I mean, I'm not judging. You can't. Can you live on that?
There was one just
there's a
recently
lot
that
of
we watched.
sacrifices,
He's
yes.
got a wife that's pregnant. I think he said he's under 1,000 a month living out in the province, and I think he's close to 70, and then his wife's gonna have a baby, and it's like I guess it's a blessing. And I don't know if I'd want to start raising a kid or leave a kid behind. I mean, you know.
Or says my ex wanted that 18-year-old. Dang.
Right.
I guess that's why he's an ex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, we're going to wrap this up. It looks like we tried to invite in the other people to see if they wanted to reflect on what's happened. And we wanted to bring this to you because it literally just came out in the last 48 hours. We will put the links to the multi-videos in the description after this live stream ends. If you guys are not subscribed, it shows probably more than 50% are not subscribed, which, by the way, is not unusual. It's not because of the type of channel we have or what we've done or who we are. It's normal in the YouTube world. Even for huge channels with 1 and 2 million, the percentage of 60 are and 40 aren't, or 50-50. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, it helps our channel a lot, and we ask that you guys subscribe and show the appreciation. And that's about it. Subscribe, comment
comment a lot.
We appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate all of our members. So just to do a run through, thank you to our moderators, Scott in the World as I See It, Ted, Sarah, Ruby was in the house, everybody that's been contributing to our birthday month and sending birthday wishes. We have stuff coming in from Amazon because that's the biggest way we've been receiving things. We do have people that send like buying boxes during our birthday month. We do appreciate, we really, really do appreciate it. It's very heartwarming.
Thank
Big
you guys.
shout
Thanks so
out
much for your gifts.
a big shout out to George's family for everything they've been doing this past year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so much. Appreciate your. Oh my gosh, you're showering me with gifts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. George got showered on.
Yes, I wear a yellow handkerchief on my right buttock, on my right back pocket.
What does that mean?
It means I like R. Kelly.
Does that mean the UPS man does the same thing?
He's a nice guy. Leave him alone.
Oh,
Anyway.
I mean, what are you talking about? There's several people that are wow, you guys are a trip. You're just a trip, so it doesn't matter. He wouldn't confront, say, or go anywhere.
He's just probably going through a rough time in his life. Max Ryder, great show. Stay safe, Heidi and George.
God bless everybody.
Visayan.
God bless the UPS man and CJ and all the other troublemakers and all the expat guys out there and all the Filipinas and my cat. God bless George. God bless everybody. God bless everybody and stay
Quit
safe.
calling him that. But anyway, just real quick. Back then, police used to wear brown uniforms. They changed that.
Mhm.
The reason why they changed it is
I call them all
because
UPS mans, believe me.
because when the police here used to wear brown outfits, they
Well,
call
they still have the security.
well, I'm talking police. They call them chocolate boys.
Yeah, I call them
And
UPS
if
men.
you call a cop a chocolate boy, I mean, I think that still exists. That's like calling in the U.S. A cop a oink oink.
Right.
That's the equivalent of it. Yeah. So anyway,
Yep. So, I guess some people are just butthurt. They think it's them, but if they take offense, oh well.
yeah. Thank you guys. Love you all.
Bye.
Appreciate you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Ruby. Everybody stay safe.
Thank
See you
you.
on the next live
Bye.
stream. Bye, guys.